Oh no, it's not loading on my end. Start the thing. Good morning, all. Hello, hello. Can you all hear me okay? Excuse me. Goodness. Loud and clear. Yay! Am I too loud? I'm using a different set of earbuds than usual, and it's been a while since I've streamed generally, so you'll let me know if I'm shouting. Good volume? Okay, great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, let me just go paste the stream into... Oh, thank you, Millie. Never mind. All right, thank you, Millie. She has already done that for me. So now the Craftworks Discord knows I'm live. Woo! All right, time to organize my windows here. Okay. Everyone sounds good. Okay, great. Should we switch over to FaceCam? Let everybody see. Beat me to it. Okay, cool. I think I have all the windows open that I need. But now that I've said that, something's gonna crash. I just know it. Crunch. Oh, sorry. I didn't think you could hear my crunching. I'll try to crunch a little bit. A little bit quieter. All right, let's see. Is it this button? It is. Hello, all. No eat food? I'm not eating food. I am eating ice from my mocha. Hi, Loomblade. Good to see you. Couldn't hear anything and realized I had my sound on 0. Oops. Oh. Oh, okay. I am going to switch. It sounds like I'm hearing the Discord call in my ear, and they're just now talking about something interesting. So I might actually have to switch over. So, what we're doing today is we are going to do a. I have voices in my head, guys. I am going to switch over in just a minute, but the idea today is to show you how Signals was made by introducing you to the cast for one thing, which are the voices in my head right now because they're in a Discord call in the background. We're going to talk to them. Hello, Lane. We're going to watch through all of the cinematic footage from the episode, so all of the dramatic bits, with the voice acting, so that we can do a little bit of like cast commentary on that. And then everybody who needs to leave the call can do so. And then I'm going to give you all a tour of the Signals world, show you what it took to record an episode, what all that included for like daily recording, setting up the world, all of that stuff. And then we will do a quick Q&A at the end. I don't have too much time, unfortunately. I have to be logged off of my computer by 3:30 because I have something else going on today. But that'll be a good time restraint, I think. So that should make it a little bit easier for everyone involved. I just realized I have my overhead lights on, and I don't usually do that. Usually it's just my desk lights. There we go. I like that better. The coloring's better this way. Yeah, that's much better. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's the plan. I think it's the greatest plan. Those of you who get that Henry Stickmin reference, we can be friends. Okay. E is insisting that I switch over. Okay, hang on. All right, I'm gonna. They sound more like demons than usual. Okay, I'm going to unmute the Discord call. Good morning, friends. Oh, I muted it in the Dis. Okay, for those of you who have my stream open, do I need to mute in Discord?
Nope.
Or are you okay with hearing me doubled up?
I have your stream muted.
Yeah,
okay,
I have your stream
great.
muted too.
Thank you. Please have one of me muted. Nobody wants that. We already have E here, so there's practically 2 of me anyway. Everybody say hello to the cast of Signals. Would all of you like to introduce yourself, preferably one at a time?
Not all at once. All right, 1, 2, 3. Hi. No,
No, this is.
Hi, Chad.
This is
How
not
you
a-
doing? Hello.
I love how you try and it still doesn't work.
Okay,
Now
okay,
we're on Zoom,
first.
guys.
Just go down the line.
Norm, you go first.
Oh, okay.
Well, hi there. I'm Norm.
Who
You
do
can
you
hear the
play?
dog barking in the background.
Hi, dog.
I play the faceless man who talks on the radio.
Ooh.
The
What's his
man
name?
has a
Don't we
name.
all play that one.
I'm having a brain tooth, to be honest.
That's
with
actually very true.
I don't.
No.
He gave us most of us faces.
Yeah,
so.
E gave you
Yeah.
faces.
That's
I
true.
gave you your
Nope.
faces.
you. I like my face.
Okay.
Anyway, he plays Mike.
All right. No,
Sorry.
yeah,
Yeah, I
no
play
plays
Mike.
Mike. Moving on. Millie,
I
who do you
Mike on the
play?
microphone.
Lily, hi. I play Sierra.
That's Millie Crash. Okay, great. Who's next? Curtis, who do you play?
Howdy, yeah, I'm Curtis. I played Foxtrot.
Nice. Okay, I'm trying to go down the order of appearance. I almost just straight up called you Delta. Loosest of Gooses, who do you play?
Hi guys, I'm Goose, and I played Delta.
Aw, so professional.
This is why we have Goose around.
Right, yeah. I will say that most of you were casted based off of personality, not even by voice.
Jittery.
Okay. Jittery, I know
Jittery.
are you ready and willing to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Jittery, and I play Juliet.
Yay. That's Jittyrybug.
Woo.
All of these people are linked down in the description as well if you want to check out their channels. They are as cool as they sound. Okay. And
Mordo.
then
Mhm.
I don't believe
Teddy
Puddleshine is
managed
not-
it. He's
yeah.
here too.
Yeah, Teddy is here. Puddleshine is
yeah,
not
Puddle.
available today. He might show up later in
Aw.
the day. But Puddleshine played Oscar, and he's really cool, and you should check out his channel. We have very similar vibes
Oscar
between the
very
two of our
well.
channels, so yeah,
Mhm.
y'all would love it. Okay. And then Tedicus. What's your name? Who do you play?
Oh gosh.
My name's Ted or Tedicus. Just don't call me late for dinner. And I play November.
Yes.
The most
And I'm-
mysterious of them all.
Contrary to popular belief, he is neither from New Zealand nor dead, so he's just fine. And he's from
It's a
America.
miracle.
He is Ted.
Also, I'm so sorry. My nose is running so bad, so I'm just sitting here with my handkerchief over my face.
I'm eating
Puddle
cereal,
is in fact
so
a vibe. He is a vibe.
Puddle is a vibe.
we
He
love
is
Puddle.
a vibe. We love Puddleshine
Aw.
so much. He's cool. Okay. Thank you all for introducing yourself. That went off with a couple of hitches, but that's fine. What? Oh, sorry, E. What? Why are you here? Maybe swallow
The cereal
first.
filling your mouth currently.
I even forgot myself. Hold on.
Oh my word.
I'm Empress
Swallow?
Littlebit. I was the illustrator for Signals.
She is and she was. So she drew all of the pictures of the station operators that you saw in the episodes.
No way.
She's just here. He's just here, says Loom.
Thanks.
Okay.
I am
really
Izzy's
quickly-
biggest fan. That's why I'm here.
There you go. She gets to have that. He
Happy
is
parental
most
treatment,
professional.
With the with the cereal all over my keyboard. Absolutely.
We had a little bit of an incident before stream started.
We had a few
okay.
incidents. I was just one of them.
Really quickly, ignore me bouncing around in my windows here. I need to copy my face cam over to the cinematic footage.
Woo.
Also, can you see chat on screen pretty well?
I can.
Yeah.
Cool. All right,
But the
perfect.
screen's also black, so it's super easy.
Okay, great. Give me just a second. I am copying it over into here. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Oh, why am I so tall? Hold on.
Are you tall?
I am.
Oh,
for
you
some
are
reason.
tall.
Oh, I
never
know
noticed
why.
that.
There we go. Okay, got it. Okay, perfect.
Wait.
Okay,
Wait, do we screen share on this?
I am going to screen share. Hold your horses.
Okay. I have no horses.
Goose is
to
flying
hold.
blind right now, so
I
don't have
am.
horses.
Actually, I'm flying blind because now this is taking up my entire screen.
Oh no.
I really hope this works. I can't see anything.
I believe in you.
Thank you. Okay,
Watch
I am now sharing my
screen.
screen if you all want to see.
Yep,
Oh,
I
heck
can
yeah.
see.
Okay, great. So, we're gonna do a little watch party. I have compiled all of the cinematic footage from Signals, and you are totally open to talk over the top of it as much as you want. We can pause to ask questions if you want. Yes, I am screen sharing Goose.
Oh,
I
we
see
can
it.
talk
I
over
see
it.
it. We're
Okay, good, good. Thank you. Don't test me right now. I'm stressed.
Wait, for
Um,
screen sharing?
Yes, we're screen sharing.
yeah, it's in there. It's just all black.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, wait,
Anyway.
I forgot Norm's being sarcastic.
I have a hard time gauging that. Anyway,
The horse, of course, follow foot.
I'm just gonna play the video, if that's okay
Only
with
Juliet has
everybody.
horses.
Well, not in her station. Okay,
We need
I'm
to put
playing
a
the
horse
video.
in Juliet's station.
I am playing the. She already has a panda in there. She's fine.
just hit play. Just go.
How far would you go for a friend you've never met?
Can we hear
You
it?
may
Okay.
say you would go to the ends of the earth.
I can.
I don't know if you've
Okay,
noticed,
great.
but this earth is a sphere. There is no end.
Yeah.
It's an empty promise. It's easy to say we would die for our friends. Dying is easy. A life for a life is an easy and fair trade, but life isn't so fair.
I love
Would
this
you believe
music.
me if I told you that the
Mhm.
highest sacrifice you
I love
can
the whole
make for your
intro.
friends
I remember
was to
you
stay
sent
alive
this
at
to
any
me
cost?
quite a
Even
ways
if-
beforehand. It's just
even if
so
it-
good.
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
Even if they aren't
Yeah.
there to witness your sacrifice.
I was there
How
during the
far would
testing
you go
video because
to
I get
stay alive
to
for those
watch them
friends
early
you've
with
never met?
Izzy. I get to be your test audience, and oh my gosh, my heart was pounding so hard. I felt like I was in the
It
movie
was-
theaters again, watching through like Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse again.
Aw,
I think I
that's
was on the edge
way
of my
too
couch,
high of a
actually,
compliment.
like wondering what's gonna happen. Oh my gosh, like this is epic.
It takes a lot to get on the edge of Tedicus's couch. Let me tell you. Aw, it's such a good moral too. Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Astronomical Habitation Association status report. Station
Yay!
Sierra,
And the
President
First
Stable.
time we get to see the new
Delta,
skin and
President
everything. Alpha.
Foxtrot, President Stable.
Station Juliet,
Izzy is
Present and
Izzy.
Stable.
Station Oscar.
I remember how many times we had to retake my lines there.
Station Alpha.
All of you did. It's okay. Honestly,
There she is.
I'll comment
I
more
would have complicated
when we're
things.
done. But yeah,
Is
I'll
your
try to
microphone
save
still
the
broken?
talking for like questions.
Still? How have they not sent you a new one yet? It's been months.
I'll take it higher up if I can, but we're all used to talking
I
to
feel
Alpha
this on an
way.
emotional
It's not
level.
that big of a deal. Is that right, Alpha?
Having to type
Sitting
instead
over
of
in the
talking
box.
into
Yeah.
the microphone.
Oh yeah.
Quite the same effect.
Yeah, would have been nice to get a vocal reaction.
Fox, shush.
Sierra,
What did I miss?
Got
I thought you already had it.
it. Got it.
There we go.
Happy birthday, Alpha! Happy birthday, Alpha!
Ah,
Happy birthday.
Curtis, you should still be very
honest,
proud of that
Sierra
yeehaw.
had to tell us.
I really am.
Oscar's the one who said we should do something.
I remember
You awesome.
recording the lines and then
nothing really.
being like, all right, I don't know what's gonna happen,
Conclude
and
their
then
status
watching it and
report.
being like,
Let the
whoa,
record
like,
show that all
it's
stations
weird that
are
it sounds like
present
we're
and
talking
stable.
to each other when I just talked to myself for
November
30
who?
minutes.
The
And
day I
Just
recorded
pause it
this?
for just a second. Thank you, Byron, for the $2 donation. That's so sweet of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, sorry, that's all. But
Report
yeah,
State
I
November status as
am
absent.
never sure how it's
Again.
gonna
We
sound
report. The guy
spliced
said
together.
himself he
I
wasn't
just
joining us
always know
again
it's gonna
until
sound
we saw
better in
treating
post.
us
That's
like-
my my
What
mantra
do you
for
call it
making
again?
anything.
High school chat
It's like
room
we can fix it in
Mhm.
post. We
said
can
it
fix
was
it in post. It's
unprofessional of
okay.
us and that we should take the mission more seriously.
And I resent
Oh
that.
yeah,
I
Loonblade
take
and
my
Empress
job
can
just as seriously
both.
as anyone, and
Oh, I'm
still
sorry, I'm
fuck all
talking
of you
over
like we're
somebody.
friends. I see no problem
Oh,
with
you're
that.
fine.
That may be true, but I have a feeling that the real reason for November's
Yeah,
outburst
Loom and
was
E can
more to
both
do with his
attest to the
position
fact
than
that I
ours.
get very
Let's not have
stressed
this
right
discussion
after
again.
recording
We're
something because I'm
celebrating
never
Alpha
sure if it's
today.
actually gonna work.
That's totally fair.
It's
So,
cute, but it
Alpha,
always
It's
does
cute.
work.
damage this thing.
Oh, hold up. Incoming message from Mike.
Oh, is he wishing Alpha a happy birthday too?
Hey, Alpha.
Mike.
So you made it to Station
Mike?
Sierra. I
Mike?
wish I could say it's a lovely
God?
place to be, but it most certainly is not. The trees are
Wouldn't go that
tangled,
far.
the air is heavy, the mud will steal your shoes with one step, and don't even get me
You do have a deep
started
voice.
on the slimes.
Well,
Whatever
thank you.
messed up twist
Well.
of nature made slime alive deserves a fate worse than stubbing his toe. But we'll bank on the hope
Stubbing
that you
is
such
won't
a
be
good
here
line.
for long.
Still my favorite line that
Speaking
you
of
wrote.
which,
Like,
I won't talk your ear off.
Thank you.
You've still got a long journey
I felt
ahead
that
of
very
you.
strongly.
Your next coordinates are in the book on the panel.
I've seen that very
Sorry
strongly.
for the mess, by
I'm
the
very
way.
passionate about that line.
I've experienced that
Floor
very
cleaner around
strongly.
here.
So
I look forward to seeing you in person
that.
once
I've
you make it
seen
the
that
rest of the
very
way.
strongly.
You got this, Alpha. We're all rooting for
We'll
you.
talk about that later.
Oh, that yeah, I almost broke my toe once in front of
Hey,
her, so
Alpha,
she's seen.
You made it to Foxtrot.
I've seen
Congratulations.
things.
Gosh, can't
Oh,
say
bye,
I wanna be
Sierra.
in your
Okay,
shoes
we're
right now.
we're at
Oh,
Foxtrot
sorry,
now.
moving,
Anyone
moving
can
right
hike all the
along.
way here and make it
Yes,
back
the
to us.
cinematics
You
goes
can.
pretty quick.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
The forest isn't too bad, really. I'd say I got lucky as far as
Bench.
positioning goes.
I love that
Bench.
The trees are pretty.
Cinematic
Temperature's
bench.
moderate. Maybe a little cold,
Cinematic
but nothing
bench.
compared to what you must be used to.
It's like
That-
I would
that
not
bench.
want to live at
But I guess
Sierra's
there's that
base
whole thing about
necessarily,
monsters coming out
but
at night and attacking you.
bench.
You
But
got bench
what
then.
else
Yeah,
is
but
new?
bench.
There's a
bench.
few bases I wouldn't want to live at.
To the next station in the book by the chair. There may also be some.
It always made me
letters
so
in there.
sad to put like
You could
singular
just
chairs
maybe skip
outside,
over those as best you could.
but
That'd be
also
great. Cheering you on.
I did it like every
Go
single
Alpha.
station, so obviously I felt very strongly about putting chairs
it's so
outside.
lonely.
Yeah.
Bench
I'm
for
so
the
nice for that
lonely.
one person to
It's been
sit.
quite the trek, hasn't it? But look how far you've come.
Delta!
If you can make it all the way to my little house on the dunes, then I'd like to see anything try to stop
Which
you now.
friend is it though?
Sorry I can't be here to greet you myself.
Fun
but my
fact! Oh my gosh,
consistency, we
can
all
I?
meet
You
up as
can.
soon as
Okay,
possible.
I'm gonna pause it here. I don't know if you can see my cursor.
Yes.
We can. Okay. There's another dog in the house there.
Yeah,
There is a-
I totally
there-
noticed it, and I was like, "Oh, there are two friends."
There is a
I was like, "Who's
deleted
in the window?"
scene. I took it out completely. I accidentally tamed another dog. But the footage didn't record correctly. I accidentally had my stream instance open instead while I was recording that whole section, so I had to delete it anyway. So I'm just like, you know what? We're just not gonna keep the dog. So there is another dog sitting somewhere in Delta's jurisdiction. I don't even know where, but like sitting and tamed, and I just ignored it and left it there. So because I didn't
I
want to
can't
take a
believe you
whole other
deprived
dog
me
with
of my
me.
second dog.
I know. I'm sorry. Honestly, I
We're just
should have
gonna-
just
Yourself.
I should have just
We're
went
just gonna
with
say
it. It's Delta's
you
dog.
go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. One of you speak.
We're just gonna say it's Delta's dog.
I was gonna say it's like one of those lucky cats that just sits there with its paw waving, except it's just one of those robotic dogs with its tail wagging. Yeah,
I
Just
love
in
it.
the window. It's got
just
its
in the window.
it's got
That's
its
why it's
butt
up on
in
a
the window. Sure. But yeah, so for any of you who saw movement in that window, there is another dog inside, and I did not keep it. So that's why it's there.
So
Anyway.
messed up.
I know, so messed up.
Guess you had an inkling that whatever
There's
storm took out your tower
more
was
where that
coming
came
for us
from.
next,
Trust
so
me, just wait for
here
the
we are.
tour.
I'm recording this message for you to say you are doing great. You made it to Station Delta. Definitely won't be an
No.
easy trek from here. This is about as far from the Arctic as you get, unless you wandered into November's jurisdiction, but you'll be fine.
Just shed some extra layers, drink lots of water.
Foreshadowing.
You do that, and the only thing getting in your way will be the sand. I tell ya, sand belongs on the beaches and nowhere else.
I love how
Also, I've seen
Delta's
the occasional
like
dried up zombie-looking
yeah,
thing.
he
lurking
mentions the
around out
sand
there,
before
but
the
they're pretty slow.
monsters.
Just give him an extra wide berth.
Because that's his personality.
Get out.
The bloodthirsty
And
creatures
speaking of
weren't the
which,
problem,
have I
it was
told
the
you you are
sand.
doing great. We are so proud of you, Alpha.
I don't like sand.
We'll leave the light on for you. The mother
I don't like sand.
It's everywhere.
It gets everywhere and it's
oh,
gritty.
by the way, those coordinates you need are in a book.
This was
somewhere.
Delta's villain arc.
I'm gonna put it.
The sand was more important to bash
Hi,
Byron
Alpha.
says.
Welcome to Station Juliet. Make yourself at home, but
Jittery.
not too at home, of course, because we want you to make
The
it home.
cutest one
So I
of
should
these.
probably tell you how to do that.
As
huh?
she should
I
be.
like Oscars.
The jungle
Oscars
has
is my
been
favorite.
treating me pretty well, actually.
Honestly,
a
mine
little
too.
warm, especially compared to what you're used to, but totally worth it.
I
It's
just
a
love how
beautiful
different all the
wildlife.
personalities are.
Pandas, parrots, ocelots.
Yeah, you guys
They're
are
all
amazing
so
at making them
amazing.
all sound
but
separate,
don't
not just
go
with
out
your
at night.
voices, but with
All those
how you
monsters can sneak up
talk
on you
and
a
everything.
little too easily when you're
delivery.
out there in
Yeah.
the dark.
Yeah.
Not to mention
easy
the
when
trees and
the lines are,
shrubbery
like,
are
kinda
so thick
written
you're bound to
for
get lost,
us,
no matter
you
how
know?
long you live
Like-
here.
Yeah,
But
agreed.
That's actually more
It was like I
accurate
just
than
had to
you
talk.
think. I had all of you in mind when I was writing them, so. Anyway, I should also... Norm, why are we talking about eating sand in my chat? Can we not? Oh my word.
Oh, because we
Anyway.
were talking about the sand earlier. I'm sorry.
I think this is important. Hang on, chat. You gotta read this.
Sounds like this isn't normal. What?
Yeah, Jittery, you were always in mind for Juliet. Millie, you were always in mind for Sierra. I will say all of the gentlemen on the call, there were a couple options, but all of you were on the list. There were, I think, the only person I really had to rewrite was Delta, because Delta was going to be a lot sassier.
And a lot more
Goose, I'm-
southern.
Yeah, a lot more southern. That was the clincher, honestly.
Oh
But-
man, I could have done that. I would have loved that.
I know you could have,
This
Goose.
man hanging out in the desert with his dog in the sand.
But I
I
really
would
liked
have.
it. At the
Sounds
time,
like Sam Elliott.
oh my gosh. At the time, Foxtrot didn't really have too much character depth, so I decided to give a lot more of those qualities to Foxtrot instead, and then take Delta's character and make him more of like the team dad, which I knew you could pull off. So
That's me anyway.
yeah, I know. So
Well-
it worked out really well. Okay, anyway, that's all.
we're not going to let that be a problem
Let's
for
all
you.
look at this
In the
flower
book
box.
by my
It's very
bed, you'll find
important.
the coordinates to your next station. And you may also find some letters. Just ignore those if you
Letters.
could, please. You can
Letters.
do this, Alpha. We'll be
Nobody
waiting for you
paused the
here.
video
Stay
multiple
safe.
times to read
Dude,
them.
I
No,
read
no
every
one.
single one.
Same.
Alpha.
I
Made it to
had
Station
no idea what
Oscar.
the letters
Well done.
were. I knew that there was like a relationship, but I actually, when I read the script, I skimmed it, so I had no idea who actually was the other person in the relationship until I watched the series.
Honest, very
was like,
few
"Oh,
of you read the entire
cool."
script, and so you don't even need to feel bad because very few people did. And I kind of
I read
counted
the
on
first
that.
I skimmed it. I skimmed the whole thing, but I didn't I only read
Yeah.
my parts in depth.
Good job.
See, I read the
As you
entire
should.
script because I need to make sure that I agree with the script before I voice one.
There you go.
I don't
That's
think
actually
Izzy
good.
even sent me the entire script. I think she just sent me my
It's
part.
nosy,
I
so
certainly did send you the entire script, Goose.
I got extra lore because I had to come up with backstories for everybody.
Ooh.
How dare you think I would take the time to copy and paste your script into a different document?
Come on.
Also, hi, Anne Gray.
Hello? Hello, everybody who's joined. I'm sorry, I'm not paying very much attention to chat.
Hi,
What up,
Greg.
chat?
What up, chat?
What
I don't
up,
like
chat?
calling
Okay, Oscar.
chat.
What up,
Oscar.
chat?
Anyway, Puddleshine, who's not with us today. Sad day, but maybe he'll join us later.
Unfortunately, getting here is only half the battle. I always found it rather funny how you and I had the shared inconvenience
I love
of
it
not being
here.
able to leave our stations unless we really need to.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but
Granted,
I love
our
doing
situations really aren't that similar, being that your obstacle
flashback
is multiple
underwater
meters of
clips.
snow, and mine is
That too.
multiple kilometers of cold, dark
They're
sea.
so good.
Though it's not all doom and gloom out here, it's
also
arguably
fits
quite worth
Puddleshine's
all the dangers and hazards
personality.
just to see the sunset
Yep.
become doubly beautiful as it reflects off the waves.
Yeah, as
Fight
soon as
never
you
gets
said
old.
that Puddleshine was going to be playing Oscar,
But I
I
should be rambling
immediately
on.
thought,
We
of
need to know how to
course,
get to your
why
next
did I
stop.
not think of that?
The coordinates that we need are in a book by the
I
window.
kind of did the same thing. I'm gonna be honest.
yourself a favor
Puddleshine wasn't the
and look up at the
first
sun when it
choice,
sets.
but he was the right
You won't
choice.
regret it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll see you soon, Alpha. Godspeed.
Yep. We can totally picture him being there.
That last line. Oh my I know. gosh,
Hello,
he
Alpha.
delivered it so perfectly.
You probably figured it out by now, but I didn't teleport.
All the
Dodged a
knob
bullet
simps.
there, I guess.
Stop calling
Not
him
that the storm
Sims.
could have touched me down here, but not as good as
I'm
it
an off simp. I'm proud of it.
I just walked into a
It's all
different
my
one.
no sim set. Let's go.
One I brought on myself.
Okay,
I've
I'm gonna
been
pause
so
this just
stupid,
because this is
I can see
funny.
that.
I'm so sorry. I keep doing this. I did this during the premiere too. I was like, hang on, I gotta
No, do
let's
it.
talk. Let's hype up Tedicus while he's talking about how he's dying. Hold on. So obviously Ted is not from New Zealand. Nor did I really realize that was the accent I was asking him to do. All I told him was, could you please do your best impression of one of the clones from the Clone Wars Star Wars show?
I think it's
That's all the direction I gave him, and he nailed it. It was great.
I thought I was going crazy and totally misremembered who Tedicus was when I watched. I was like, do I like? I think I've watched his videos. I didn't know that's what he sounded like.
That's okay.
So it's obviously very
Yeah, Zeke
convincing.
has-
And oh, sorry, go ahead.
Zeke is a cousin from New Zealand that we didn't know about.
Right, yeah. But there were a couple comments, Ted, that were like, oh, of course he's Australian and he's from down under, so he'd be in the nether. That makes so much sense. So nobody pegged that you're faking, so good job.
I'm from Northeast Ohio.
The
Farthest from New Zealand you can get.
Pretty much.
Good on you, Mike.
This is why we don't have Zinc on the call. Well, Zinc has already been in one of these, so it doesn't matter.
He's also Australian, not New Zealand, not from New Zealand.
Oh, that
So-
wasn't the. I didn't know what accent I was asking him to do anyway. I didn't know it was New Zealand until people started commenting. It's like, oh my gosh, he's from New Zealand. It's like, cool, great. That was totally intentional.
Acting like I know so much.
I also
I went
asked
to the
Ted
fortress.
to compose
The
this
one held
track
by all those monsters.
like a week
When I
before
found out my
I
teleportation
started
chamber was a
recording the
bust,
series,
I
and
got
he
desperate.
like
I thought
recorded
if I
it,
could
edited it, and
just get a
sent it
little
to
more
me within
material,
an hour.
I could fix the main gateway so I could get out.
Okay,
I
that's
was
just
getting the fuel
flexing.
source for it.
I know,
those
right?
Blaze things when there's dark, rotten skeletons.
I
that
sent him
ride
like
me.
one reference track, and he's like,
Barely
oh, like
my
this.
shoulder. Thought I was okay, but that's when I felt it. I'm dying, Alpha. Fading fast. I know I'm done for, and you'll know it too if you're hearing this. Don't bother
F's
looking
in
for my
chat.
body.
F's
I'll
in
spare the
chat.
gory
Good.
details, but let's just say fresh meat never lasts long down here. I am
Ah,
sorry for a lot
that
of
line.
things. But from now, let's just say, I'm sorry you have to take this all on yourself. Although, based off of the little celebration the others had for you the other day, I'd
Wrong chat,
say
Norm.
you're far from alone.
I did both.
Yeah, that's
Are you
right.
typing
You're not
F
the
in
only
the
one who's
Discord
quiet during those transmissions. Look, I'm not going to waste
Okay,
both of our
Goose.
precious time saying
Excuse.
you can do it, so instead, I'll just say, when you get everyone back and you join them on the mother station, tell them November sends his best. For once.
All the tears.
Oh, I
Can I just
love
say
that
beautiful
line
job
so
on that?
much.
Hello? This is... Hang on. I heard myself say hello and thought it was E. It's like, shush, what?
Not me. I promise it's not me.
I wasn't ready to hear my own voice. Yes, beautiful, beautiful work, both from Tedicus and everybody involved. Both from Tedicus and from Tedicus, because he did everything that was going on there.
Both from me and everyone else, you know.
Also, hello, we have a few more people in the chat. Thank you for joining. And yes, my
All the
voice is a
tears.
little bit lower than it is in my videos because my lore voice is like 2 times higher. I don't know why.
Can
My mom
confirm.
is higher.
Yeah. Millie and Eve have both heard it.
Yes.
I have
Thank
it.
you all.
I have the same lore voice.
You do have the same lore voice. It's
I
funny.
also have an octave or 2 higher lower voice. When I try not to.
I will say I do have to hop off now because I have to go. But
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us, Ted. We appreciate it.
Thank
Everybody
you,
say
Ted.
goodbye to Tedicus.
Take care, buddy.
Say goodbye to November. He's actually dying now.
No.
Chat. I'm dying, chat.
R&R.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Can we get an R and R in chat?
Chat. All right, I love you guys. I'll see y'all.
Love you,
See
Ted. Thank you.
you, chat. Bye.
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 Love you.
How do I hang up this thing? Oh, wait, here we go. Okay, I'll see you later.
See ya.
Boomer moment.
And he's gone.
Nice.
Woo.
Oh, and
Oh, hi,
then
Gabs.
Goose is gone as well for a minute, just because he said he said that he was taking care of his mom today. So we are glad to have had him as long as we did. So let's finish this up quickly before anybody else needs to go, because I know Millie especially has something else going on today. Yeah.
At the top of the hour.
Okay, heard. So we'll just finish
Station
this up.
Alpha requesting assistance. Does anyone copy?
You definitely sound younger, and it fits
this
the
thing in
character.
Station Mike responding
fair.
to Station Alpha. Alpha, do you copy?
Yes. Yes, I copy.
Dog!
Station Mike, I copy.
Alpha.
Dog!
Oh, it's such a relief to hear from you.
Dog.
We've been tracking your progress through the other stations, but that only gives us so much information. How are you
Also,
doing?
hi, Norm.
What's your status?
Hello.
I'm fine. present and stable. But I need to report
having a
that
lot of fun recording this with you.
Station November, his status is.
We know his status
I had fun
report
too,
came
sorry, I was
through as
taking
soon
a
as you reactivated his station.
I'm sorry.
fine. You
I
had
should
to-
have been faster. I could have.
No, Alpha, I'm sorry that you had to experience that, but November decided his own fate. He's always been headstrong.
So much weight in
and,
that.
To be frank,
Mhm.
not even I could control him. He will be missed. That much is certain, but please, don't take this loss as your responsibility. Death is beyond
The
us all.
artwork for November also really
understand?
reminded me of the Clone
Yes, sir.
Troopers.
I understand.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad that's what came
That
out.
being said, I should also apologize for putting you in this situation.
I think
I'm
I got
sorry
the
it went
notch
as
in the
poorly
ear
as
from
it
one of the
did,
clones, too.
But believe it or not, it was also
Oh,
the most
yeah.
perfect it could have been. If
That
you
was
had gotten our
his also.
message and teleported with the rest of your fellow operators,
I was trying to figure out
you
a way
all
to
would have
like
been stuck for who
Disney-fy
knows how
the
long.
fact that I just
And
killed
if
off
the
a
others had
character.
chosen to disobey orders, they would have been destroyed along with their station.
Turn him into a flower.
It was,
Easy.
as some might say, the perfect storm. And I'm sorry to have posed you with
It's
such
a double
difficult
tail.
decision.
I
However,
think the flower
there
is
was
more
no doubt in my
heartbreaking.
mind that you would have chosen
That's
otherwise.
Yeah, no, fair.
I know you don't
Yeah.
think of yourself as brave.
It's in the
just because
floor.
you're too nervous to talk
He
into a
was right
microphone.
there.
But look at what you signed up for. Not too many young women your age dream of operating an Arctic weather station on an unknown planet for months on end, do they? But here you are. And now I think it's high time you were back with us. What do you say? Are you ready to come home? Alpha?
Sir, if I teleport to you, is there any guarantee that we'll be able to come back?
No, Alpha. With the stations as damaged as they are and the main gateway unfinished, there's no guarantee that we can return to this planet.
Then with all due respect, Mike, I don't think I should return to the mother station until the main gateway is functional. Please advise.
That is not your responsibility, Alpha. I would highly
That's
recommend
low on
returning
power,
while you have
what?
the chance before anything else happens.
Sir, my station is running low on power. I don't have much time. I know it's not my responsibility, but it's my choice. If I leave, then all of our work, Nos work,
Brenda, hi,
everything
dog
will
actor.
be wasted.
It's
The
like, let's
planet
go.
is suitable
Let's
for
go.
our needs. More than
Going, Alpha,
suitable.
right?
It'll take
Going.
some adjusting, but this is our best chance at finding a new home, and that is my responsibility.
Thank you, Norm. The music was very important to me.
All of the information is listed under the emergency exit protocol, but I can't advise you to do this.
I'm sorry, Mike, but if I don't do this, then no one else will.
Severe
So
storm
brave.
warning. All stations are
Character arc, hang up on your boss.
Immediately. This storm will disrupt all signals.
Don't do that,
If you do not
IRL.
Don't do
comply,
that.
we cannot ensure your safety from this point forward. All communication
Okay,
will
and
be
for
lost until
those of you
further
who
notice.
are asking, the glitch
Repeat.
scenes
Gather
during
all
episode
necessary-
7 are flashbacks to when the call initially started while Alpha was in the middle of the storm.
Yeah. So this is the portion of the call that got cut off in episode 1. In all honesty, I edited the entire thing of episode 7 and completely forgot to include this voice acting segment. So I had to figure out a way to insert this particular section without
actually incorporating it into the storyline, so I just decided to like put it in using like glitchy flashbacks. So
TV style.
yeah, the headcanon is that Alpha didn't hear this portion of the call until she was back on the mother station. But IRL, I just did an oopsies and forgot to include it. So
it's like giving context to why all the messages were left.
Yes. So that's why it was important, because that I really did want people to understand how her friends were able to figure out that she needed to hear their messages as she went along. Because I did plan for all of that. And this was the only place where I actually explained it was in this voice acting segment. So I had to make sure it was actually included. Also, her talk with Mike, that was originally just going to be either a message from Mike that was going to be just like the other stations, or a written out message. That wasn't always going to be a conversation. But I thought it would be a lot more impactful if it were a conversation. I was also able to explain a lot more that way. So Mike's entire segment was to explain why things had to happen the way that they did, because all of it was very intentional. Okay, anyway.
Can confirm from the very beginning of the script, it was very intentional.
It's kind of a habit of mine. I've got the training for it, so I don't have an excuse to do otherwise.
Immediately.
It's so good,
dang.
though.
That ought to put a damper on things.
A planet
Well, dang.
Well, dang.
Valid
I don't know.
reaction.
A storm like that should have been picked up days in advance.
Unless it started at one of the poles first.
That's true. Alpha, have you seen anything about this?
Alpha?
Alpha, report. Shoot. Her station's
gone.
offline. How long has it been?
Offline? As in poor signal, or?
As in no signal.
Did she get the storm warning?
I think she got the storm.
You mean she might still be at her station in the middle of the biggest storm we've ever seen with no comms, no power?
Nobody panic. She may have gotten the message before any of us and has already teleported, which is what all of us should be doing.
You did
What if
very
she
well on
didn't?
designing
We
those.
can't just leave her.
Oh, thank
Has
you.
anyone tried to communicate
These
with her
spaces
some
look
other
so
way?
good.
I'm trying.
We don't have time for this.
But what if
Trying to get you all to
I
sound
can't get through to
stressed.
her.
What kind of
actually kinda
communication
fun.
system is this that it won't let us communicate?
We're not leaving her behind.
Okay, for
Val, we
post
can't
sign
stay here.
especially,
We're
I've
not
never
staying
heard that
here
voice
either.
stressed.
Sierra, you're
Mhm.
right. Alpha could already be waiting for us at home, but let's assume for just a second that she's not. We don't know how long her station's been down. She could be in the middle of a storm right now, and when she comes out of it, she won't know where we went.
That's a really good point.
Are you saying we should leave
This
her a
legit
note
just
for
sounds like
she's back
Goose and
online?
our
That's
Craftworks
exactly what I'm
meetings.
saying, Oz.
Yes,
Huh.
it does.
That could help.
But how is that going to help her get through the storm?
Look, I can't do anything about the storm from here. Can you?
No.
Then we'll do what we can about what we can with all that we've got.
Guys, I'm starting to see that storm data creeping in.
Oh gosh, are we all recording the message or?
Everyone, get
Oh
your
gosh, it's
belongings
such an
together
easy
while you listen.
I know.
Here's the plan. If this storm is as destructive as
I had a hard
think,
time,
Alpha's
like, how do I
not going
say
to have
that
a
in a
way
way that
home.
sounds
It
natural
won't
for
just
me?
be her communication
Sorry.
down. It'll be her whole station, teleportation chamber and all. When she makes it through, she'll be scared. Who wouldn't be? But she'll also be smart. We all know the protocol. If she can't get home from her station, she'll go to someone else's. That is most likely where she'll find your messages.
So we need to tell her about our biome.
Yes, survival tips. Great idea, Jules.
Anything you think could help her out.
You really think this could help?
Well, I know if I were in her place, I could use the encouragement no matter where it came from.
Ain't that the truth?
All right, record your messages, download the last of your data, and follow through
Great
with
job
Mike's
on overlapping
instructions.
those
We'll meet
lines,
at the
Izzy.
mother station.
Thank you.
All right. See y'all in a minute.
That's a
Yeah, I guess you will.
Love you all.
fun way of making conversation sound more natural is just
I drew
overlap
that.
all of the... Yes, you did. First little bit, ladies and gentlemen.
This is my contribution.
When I skimmed the script initially, I thought
Hang on, music's too loud. Okay, go.
I thought that Alpha sacrificed her ability to leave the planet in order to like save everyone else. So I was like, oh no, she like is alone for the rest of her life. And then I like watched it and I was like, oh wait, she's
all this picture.
I was
Oh,
like,
we're
wait,
fine.
it ends happily? That's great. Mostly,
Oh,
mostly
no.
happily. Mostly happy.
Oh wow. Yeah,
I was
that
like,
was never.
she made it to the moon. That was great, but like, aw. I
Oh
would have
yeah,
been
that's
suffering for months thinking that.
Yeah. Poor Jittery. Oh no, that's not how it ended, thankfully. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, Station Mike, Mike is the phonetic alphabet for the letter M. That wasn't just for Mother Station; it was for the moon. So Mike's station is on the moon. That's why she had to go to the end.
Well, this planet's moon.
This planet's moon, yes. Anywho,
Cool.
yeah. Do we want to look at the credits?
I mean, we know who did what.
That's true.
Wait. Were all the names designated per biome?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even realize that. What the heck?
Okay.
Same,
A couple people
dude.
got actually quite a few of I had like 5 or 6 comments on every single episode that's like, oh my gosh, I just figured out that it's based off of biome. For those of you who
I
did
never
not catch
figured that
this,
out.
every single name of the station is actually the naval phonetic alphabet for whatever letter their biome is. So Juliet, jungle, delta, desert, Oscar, ocean, so on and so forth. November is nether, which is a little bit the narrative on that's a little bit janky because I never called it the nether in the storyline, but maybe that's what the villagers called it, so that's just how they decided to do that. I guess I could have done like Charlie for like core of the planet, but who cares? It's over now. It's fine. We'll Signals season 2. We'll figure it out.
Any plot
Ember
holes
Swamp.
are there for your fan fictions.
Yes, any plot holes are just pockets for your fan fiction. You're welcome.
I do have to head out now, but this has been
Okay.
great. Thanks for hosting this.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, Jittery. We
Jittery.
appreciate you.
Thank you,
Bye,
Jittery.
chat. See everyone
Bye,
later.
Jittery.
Say
I'm
bye to
waving like you guys
Jittery.
can see me.
Bye. Love you,
must-
Jittery.
It's all good. Love you. Go
I
check
must
out
toot
her
along as
channel.
well.
Okay,
Love you guys.
sounds
Bye.
good.
Love you.
Honestly, we are wrapping up this portion anyway, so if you all need to go, that is totally fine.
I will bop too, but
Okay.
great series. And bye,
Thank
chat.
you. Thank you for
Yay.
being part of it.
Thanks so much for
Appreciate
all of your
y'all.
support, everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Everybody who viewed it. Go support all of their channels as well, because they absolutely deserve it.
Love y'all.
Yeah.
Love you.
Norm.
Bye.
Millie. Love you,
Bye.
both.
Love you. Bye, Norm. Bye,
Bye.
Millie. Love you. Bye. Love you. Love you. Bye.
Saying bye hurts.
No, you hang up. Oh, he did. The nerve.
Hung up on his boss.
I know,
Wonder where he learned
right?
that.
The moral. He took the moral too seriously. Yeah, the whole moral of Signals is to hang up on your boss. That was the
No.
climax of the whole series.
We're gonna completely ignore the doing things for your friends long distance moral.
Yes, exactly. Yep. No, hang up on your boss and you will have achieved life. Seriously though, the theme of Signals, there were a few, but one of them was figuring out how to be more confident in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Which is something I've had to learn since starting my channel, and the whole plotline of Alpha having to leave her station and face certain death in order to gain the confidence to just talk on the phone. It was very real, because honestly, that's how it worked for me too. This is legitimately, I have phone call anxiety still, even though I am okay to stream to however many people are watching right now. Yeah. 65
62.
people. Yeah, whatever it is right now. I'm totally fine for talking to 60 people at once online, but I can't make a simple phone call. So that's kind of the comparison there. It is kind of funny.
That's something I didn't even consider, is that so Alpha had the microphone.
Yes.
But was not using it. And I did attribute it to, like phone call anxiety. But then later when talking to Mike, he's definitely using that microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even like put 2 and 2 together that there was like a big difference there, like a big moment there.
Yeah, but that definitely was a big deal to her. Yeah, interesting. Social anxiety is very real. Did I lose you two? Oh, the phone call froze. No, we're good?
What? No, I'm here.
Oh, okay,
You
cool.
want to lose us?
Hello?
No, I don't.
I didn't have anything to say.
There's not much else happening right now, unfortunately.
I just want to say thank you for allowing me to be part of this. This was
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
cool.
Thank you for being part of it. I'm excited to work with you all in the future too. For those of you who don't know, everyone in the call currently is on the Craftworks Discord, but Curtis is from a series called Suffer Together on my channel. If you want to go see him on my channel, go check out Suffer Together. If you want to see him on his channel, go subscribe to him. He's linked down in the description. Not just a great voice actor, but a great Minecraft player and coder as well. So he's recoded Minecraft in a couple different really cool ways. So you should go check that out on his channel. And if you want to see me doing failing at hardcore, essentially, in kind of like a life series environment, then go check out Suffer Together. That's what a series that Curtis put together for all of us. And it's really cool. So you should go check that out. Okay, cool.
I got to help you fail.
Thank
Yep.
you.
You're welcome. Of course. My pleasure. Okay. I'm going to see if Minecraft is still... Yep, Minecraft is still available. Let me switch over to my... this. Yay. Okay. Do y'all want to see the world?
Yes.
I do.
Oh, yay. Okay. Here's Friend. Well, Friend Stunt Double.
Hi, Friend Stunt
Because-
Double.
Yep, I am currently in the end.
Stunt double pal.
This is Station Mike's station. As you can see, I took the glass out so I could actually walk around. Fun fact. You cannot put anything on these obsidian blocks or else the entire thing breaks down and will destroy itself once you've opened the portal again. So, I couldn't build anything on this platform, only around it, which is why the floor is still obsidian.
It fits.
It does, hopefully. I'm glad people think so. Let's see. Where else do we
You
want
made
to
it
go?
work, though. It looks good.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
like it a
So,
lot.
also, this is going to be very immersion breaking, so look away if you don't want to believe that this is not the mothership. But, yeah. That's as much as I made. Yep, it is. It's all a front. It's a front. This is all Station Mike got. And his little steaming cup of coffee here. Yeah, it's a campfire.
Man, the
It's-
storm really took a lot out of this.
I
this
know,
ship.
right? those outer space storms, man. Oh my gosh, my inventory is still a mess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So clearly I was very excited to just like log off. So, anyway. Here's the end. Here's Station Mike. Clearly on the moon.
Wow.
Yep. Yep, and I did defeat the Ender Dragon. Yep, see, it's
the egg.
canon. It's canon.
Egg.
There's the egg. There's the egg.
Egg.
The Steam idea is so clever. Thank you, Ted. Appreciate it. Where's the Moon Dragon?
Moon Dragon dead.
Moon Dragon dead. There's the... I wonder how my End Cities spawns would have been like. That would have been fun to try. Anyway.
Later.
I don't know how I would get you home, so I think you're just gonna keep you here for now. Let's see. Everyone say hello to Zaro's map.
Hi, Zaro.
Which
Hi.
updated apparently. No,
Good
it did
thing?
not. It's just glitching. Oh, it's because my window's not. There we go. Okay. Okay. We're gonna toggle dimensions here. If I can. Here we go.
Hello?
All right, overworld. Okay. Let's go to
Oh, wow.
Alpha Station first, which is over here, I believe. Yeah, there's a bit to keep track of, unfortunately.
Wow.
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 Wow. Actually, wait, no. Oh, here we go. Will we get more backstory to why they're on the moon? Just because their Earth is apparently no longer suitable for human life, so they're stationed on the moon while everybody on the actual planet with oxygen and such are figuring out whether or not they can live there. Okay, fun fact. There were actually 2 different strongholds. And I had to use both of them because guess what? I accidentally opened the portal in one before I was finished recording, and you cannot close it, even in creative. So I had to use 2 completely different strongholds. I can't see anything. Where am I? Hold on, I need to teleport here first. My waystones are set for the end. I actually am not using waystones in this, this thing. I have waypoints. There we are. Okay. So there's Alpha Station. Which means... Okay, this is Stronghold number 1. Over here. And then Stronghold number 2 is over here. And for some reason I deleted the waypoints for them, so I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to get to them. I guess I could use spectator mode. Here we go. Alright. Here is Stronghold number 1. This is pretty much the front for... Boop, boop, boop. This is the front that I used. And the reason why there is a gigantic tunnel down to it, or I guess like shaft, vertical tunnel, is because I couldn't figure out a reason for Alpha to figure out that she had to dig straight down in order to get to the stronghold once the Eyes of Ender started penetrating. So I just dug this hole straight down. And this is where it leads. So she had literally no choice. This was also kind of a fun little aspect as well, because then she couldn't get back out without using the portal.
She could swim.
I was trying not to make that canon, that you could just swim up waterfalls.
Technology. That's been the excuse for everything else.
It is, actually. Like, boats being able to race on ice? Yes, it's technology. Don't question it. Sorry, I am using spectator mode so I could find the portal again. Because I'm pretty sure that's where I ended up leaving Friend. Yeah, fun fact. There's Friend! Fun fact.
Hi, Friend.
This is canon Friend. This is actual Friend. Friend lived through the entire series, but, A, I couldn't figure out how to get Friend out of the stronghold, and B, I couldn't figure out how to get Friend, from this stronghold to the other one, so I had to spawn in a whole other dog just because I accidentally opened the end portal too soon. So this one over here. Yeah, you can see that I actually broke the entire frame to try to get that portal to shut down. You can't do that though. So, this portal has been open pretty much since the beginning of episode 7 because I opened it to build Station Mike and then was not able to close it. So I had to use... Hang on. I can't teleport until I'm above ground. So, just a second. Elevator music. Also, sorry guys that
there's an iceberg out on the
Out on the ocean
ride. Nothing to wear with pajamas. Nothing to do with the slide. The weather.
I am
Okay, we're good.
so sorry that we cannot have music during stream today because I didn't have time to set up my epidemic sound instance. I don't remember where it is over here, so we're just gonna teleport into the middle of the forest, and then woo. It is under. Thankfully, this was very serendipitous. I think this might have something to do with the fact that I'm using tectonic, so all of the mountains are just huge. But both strongholds were inside Deep Darks. So that was canon between the two of them.
Nice.
Okay, this isn't it. This is not it. I've lost the other stronghold, guys. Okay, hold on.
Is it nearby this area, just generally?
It should be, yeah.
Yeah, you can do /locate.
Oh, /locate, yeah. Thank you.
And then I think structure.
Yep. And then as you can see, I switched between survival, creative, and spectator a lot while I was recording. It would be like a large handful of times in between every single episode. So for all of you who noticed that I had like switched to creative mode in my game chat over in the corner here, that was one of very few times that I forgot to F3 and D, which deletes the chat. So more often than not, yes, I am fully aware that you can see it in chat and I was able to delete it, but sometimes I forgot. So thank you for all of you who told me how to get rid of that. I am aware. But it just didn't happen once or twice. Okay, here we go. We'll just teleport to that. Nice. Yeah, there it is. I put a piece of coarse dirt where I wanted it to be. Tree. Thank you for reminding me that's a thing, Curtis.
Anytime.
The skulk in the stronghold was genuinely creepy, right? I was so excited when I saw that. I was like, oh, I really hope a warden spawns. I really hope a warden spawns. A warden didn't spawn. And because there was a warden, there were no mobs in either of the strongholds. I was so disappointed.
Nice.
I was really, really hoping that I would get into like some really fun little battles with the mobs down in the stronghold. The warden had already gotten to them, and I'm very disappointed. So I'm so sorry if everyone thought...
Silverfish.
There were silverfish. That was about it. I'm so sorry for everyone who thought that this was very anticlimactic. I felt the same. Don't worry. Thank you, Ted. Have fun. Love y'all.
Love you, Ted.
At least you had a safe passage? Indeed. Apparently I was supposed to. Anyway, that's both the strongholds. And yes, there are 2 of them. And you can actually see... I'm surprised nobody pegged me on this. You can see the coordinates change in the middle of me recording in the stronghold. And I really thought somebody was going to be like, why did the coordinates change? What? You know we can see your map, right? And nobody said anything, so I was like, okay, cool. Glad that worked.
You are your own worst critic.
Apparently, yes. Although some people did peg me on things that I didn't even notice. They're like, how did she get obsidian with an iron pickaxe? I was like, genuinely, I didn't even think of that, so good on you. Also, I got this question a couple times. And this one actually did stump me for a little bit. I have excuses for it. Trust me, I'm a writer. I can figure out excuses really quickly. But I'll be honest on this one. A couple people asked me how November didn't respawn when he died, because all of the stations were given, not that button, where is it? There it is. Their little compass, which is to represent their, what did I call it? Near-death retrieval system. So all of them had it. And if November had his, then he shouldn't have died. So yes, I will say there is a possibility that November respawned. But here's my excuse. But the real reason being I didn't think about it. He's in the Nether. You don't respawn in the Nether. Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's the biggest one. If he did respawn, he would have respawned at coordinate 00, and none of the stations are there. So he could just be wandering around, and nobody knows where he is. Also, he was a scout before he was a station operator, and only the station operators got these near-death retrieval systems. None of the scouts did, because the technology wasn't invented yet. So he wouldn't have been in the habit of carrying this on his person. So it's also very entirely possible that he just didn't use it. Or maybe because of it was wither poisoning, the near-death, and it was such a slow death that the near-death retrieval system just didn't pick up on the fact that he was dying. So
I also have a theory.
What is your theory?
He was transmorphed into a flower, right? So technically he's still there.
Oh, true. He didn't actually die. He just turned into a wither rose. I don't know where I'm flying to, actually.
What an interesting fate.
I know, right?
Rain76 asked, what were the inspirations behind the series?
Ooh, good question. I'm going to teleport to this station real quick. There we go. Oh yeah, I turned off all the lights. I forgot.
God Hello, darkness, my old friend.
So the main inspiration for, let's see, there we go. Hello, friends. The main inspiration for Signals was a game, which is not family friendly, by the way, so I can't encourage it, but it's so good. Oh my gosh. A game called Stories Untold. I haven't played it, but I watched multiple other people play through it because I just love it so much. It's 4 different thriller stories that are like completely different genres, but they all connect by the end. And it wasn't even that part of it that was inspired me. It was one portion of it was, it's kind of like an escape room puzzle game kind of thing. One of them was based in an Arctic weather station where the only time you're able to talk to people is over a radio. You never see anyone's faces. There are no character sprites whatsoever in this game. It is all just voice acting and the puzzles themselves. I need to deactivate the daylight cycle. Hold on just a second. Set day.
You don't
And
want
then
permanent sunset.
It's so bright.
Oh, it's game roll.
The sun.
The sun.
The sun.
Yeah, but anyway, it was so cool. If you can look it up, I will say, if you're over 16, you should go look it up. It's really cool. Markiplier has a really cool playthrough of it. Anybody else, it's kind of intense, so I wouldn't recommend it for littles. But I really liked it. It was really cool, and I loved the fact that you just never actually see any of these people. You just, like, hear what's happening to them. It was so cool, and I really loved the idea of it. And then the entire concept of there being, like, multiple different stations all over in different biomes, and, again, talking to people over the radio was heavily inspired by my online friends, which I have only ever had for like maybe 2 or 3 years now, because I started my channel in 2021.
2.5 years now.
2.5 years. Yeah, thank you. Yep. So my very first like actual online friend was Lucky Lane Zero. I think he might be in chat unless he left. But yeah, so it was heavily inspired by the fact that I had online friends. And that's about it. I'm sorry, my train of thought is everywhere but where I want it to be right now. So let's just say that. You're getting firsthand experience of what my brain is like on caffeine. I'm sure I'd be really eloquent in my head about it if I had more time to think about it.
Fire Engine 77 asked, what station is your favorite?
That doesn't seem fair. But I probably have an answer. I don't know. I thought Station Oscar was going to be my favorite. Just because it is based in the water. And it's just such a vibe. I would love to be stationed in the middle of the ocean. I think it'd be really cool. But, that being said... Oh, I'm inside, so it's going to take a minute to... Hang on, I need to walk outside. It's like Starlink.
He's thinking.
It's thinking. Okay, let's do this. Exterior, I think Delta's my favorite. Just because of how colorful and janky his looks. And I'm also kind of very nostalgic in basing in the desert, because one of my very first Minecraft series I was based in a desert, and it's kind of just really cozy to me. But interior, I love Juliet's. Which
Agreed.
is, I am in a bush. Hold on.
Nice.
Thanks. Let's just, there. Oh, hi, Panda. I love the interior of Juliet's. This one was probably the most fun to make, too, because I was just sitting with Loomblade while I was making it, and just, like, kept thinking of things to put in to make it more cozy and more green and vibrant, and it was just so much fun. So much fun. I loved it so much. Still love it. Also, fun fact: these two trees represent Foxtrot and Juliet.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah. So there's
I
one
ship it so
cinematic.
hard.
There's one cinematic that shows just this window, and I knew that was kind of just for me because I knew nobody else was gonna pick up on it, but I wanted to include it.
I love it. Ah. Gaming Turtle 310 asked, "What video took you the longest to make?"
Episode 7. Actually, no, episode 1, because there was so much to set up, and I always tell people your first episode of a series like this is always going to take you the longest because you are creating all of the assets that you're going to be using for the entire series. So in episode 1's case, I had to create all of the chat boxes that were popping up. Those aren't mods. Those come up in post. Also, this little entering station alpha thing, that is a mod. That was recommended to me by my friend.
Hey, it's Emmy.
Hey, it's Emmy. Is that what she goes by now? Yeah.
Yep.
So that's a little mod. Sorry, I'm having to say this before I squirrel out and forget that it's there. Where is it? So there's a sign buried under here. There it is. So you can see it says Area 30 Station Alpha. That's what I wanted it to say. And that mod is listed with all the other mods in the description of the videos, but not of the stream. Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot that I had to do in post. So create all the chat boxes, figure out how the pictures were going to be incorporated, find all the music. I had an Epidemic Sound playlist created already, but there were like over 70 tracks on it. So I had to... Was it 300? It wasn't 300.
It was 300.
It was not 300. Did I say 300?
It was 300.
Okay.
It was 300.
Anyway, there was a lot of music to choose from, but I had to pare it down to like 20 tracks or so. Maybe more than that. But, yeah, so I had to figure out how I was going to make all that work. I had to figure out skins, logos, thumbnail designs. There were like two or three different thumbnail designs that I was trying to figure out, and I ended up going with the simplest one. So that made it a lot easier moving forward. I also had to design the stations for the first time. So this station here is the original design that all of the others are based off of. Obviously, it's a little janky now because this is also the only one that never got fixed. But after that, I could just use my Lightmatica here to summon in all of the other ones, which are all listed here.
Here's the stick.
Use the stick. Yes.
It's
the power stick. It is the stick.
The
I think this actually is... Actually, no, this isn't the stick because I dropped the stick more than once. So this is a stick from the creative menu.
Nice.
Will Signals be released on VHS? I wish. That would be cool. What if I...
There are a couple more questions that I was curious about as well. V asked if the characters were inspired from your friends.
Just a second. Bye, Curtis. Thank you.
Bye, Curtis. Love you. Didn't want to interrupt. Have a good
That's
rest
okay.
of your day.
Appreciate you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Bye.
Of course. Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Okay. Thank you for your help, E. Welcome. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm having a very hard time keeping up with chat, but I always do, especially for QnAs.
That's why I got you. That's why I'm here.
That is a great question. Yes.
All of the characters were based off of my friends, and I actually did have certain people in mind for each one, but either they were not available to record with me, or the script kind of went in a different direction, so we had to change some things up. That being said, all of the friends who did record their voices, I did adjust the script to suit their personality and their speaking style more often than not, because I really like using their genuine voices, because it makes it a little bit easier to focus more on the emotion of the character rather than the character itself. If all you're trying to do is just portray an emotion, it's a little bit easier to do that with your natural speaking voice than it is to also portray a character. So yes, all of the characters were based off of my friends for the most part. I think the only one who was like a little bit further detached was November, obviously, because I don't have that many grouchy former military friends from New Zealand. So Tedicus was totally down to create that
Fill that
character
space.
for me. Yeah, so he did great. Loved it. Turned out great. But yeah, Jittery was always pretty much going to play Juliet. Millie was always going to play Sierra. Obviously, I was going to play Alpha, which didn't mean too much because I wasn't actually planning for Alpha to have as much of my personality as she ended up having. But it worked out. So it always
just
works
happened.
out that way too. Yeah, that happened with Rhymes too. Also, again, I'm so sorry that I'm wiping my nose through this whole thing, guys. I promise I took my allergy meds. I don't know why my nose is running so badly.
Because you're human. Let yourself be human.
Thanks. Okay, will do. Again, Delta was going to be a little bit more southern. The original idea was for Featherfetcher to play him, but Featherfetcher got really busy over the time period that I was started recording, so that was totally fine. Goose did perfectly.
time.
Honestly, I am so happy with the way that Delta's character turned out based off of that, and I think turned out even better because of that. Curtis was
Oscar was originally going to be.
Oh yeah,
go.
Oscar was originally going to be Jay
English.
Figsy. He was going to be English. Yeah, I forgot about that because I wanted to have like as many different accents as possible, but Figsy ended up being busy as well, which is totally fine because then we got Puddleshine to help out with the script. And I didn't really realize this, but I kind of accidentally based Oscar off of Puddleshine anyway. So that was kind of unintentional, but it worked out perfectly. And oh my goodness, the comments from like all of Puddleshine's fans that were like, "Oh my gosh, this works so well." I was so happy about it.
Puddleshine has one of the most wholesome communities ever. Love him.
He does. It's so cute.
Love his people.
I think we're getting close to that level, but it's so cool. Yeah, so let's see.
There's a lot of questions about whether or not Signals will be continuing either in a season 2 or some other way.
Who knows, honestly. I never know if I'm gonna make a second season of a series, to be honest. I always try to create them so that they can stand alone. I'm not a huge fan of sequels. There's entirely potential for it to have a second season. I love all of the theories about like having more biomes, like a deep dark biome and a cherry biome. Also for all of you who are disappointed that Alpha did not have her picnic in the cherry forest, please remember, you guys came up with that theory and that was never in the script. So I'm so glad all of you were excited about it, and I'm sorry it didn't happen, but also not
And
really.
you guys can do that
because-
yourselves.
Yeah. Make some fan art. Copy her skin and go put yourself in the cherry forest if you want. I thought it was funny. It's honestly just funny. And you
It's
know,
adorable.
It can happen in season 2 if season 2 happens. I think it could be cool to do as an SMP. I know a couple people have already brought that up. I don't really see potential for another solo survival series being a Signal season 2. That doesn't entirely make sense to me because we've already done the post-apocalyptic kind of last person on the planet character arc, and I don't really see me getting away with that for another season. So possibly, potentially as an SMP, but not anytime soon. I will say that. Probably not in the next year or so, but it could. Because I have too many other plans in the works.
All right, these next two questions are kind of somewhat similar.
Okay.
The Inferno was asking if there was a bigger conspiracy, and then Rain was asking were there previous employees on the stations?
That is a great question. I know there were a lot of people who thought that Mike was like the big baddie in this one, and that the whole thing was planned. I knew that people were going to go that route with it, so I tried my best to make Mike as like sympathetic as possible and to set the tone so that that wasn't portrayed as much. But honestly, I would be totally fine if there was like a fan theory about this being like an entirely controversial plot against humanity and against the station operators and all of that. That wasn't the intention, I will say. My headcanon for it is that humanity is living in space currently, trying to find a new home, a new planet Earth. I'm not sure what happened to the old one. We may never know. It's probably been so long that it's like legend at this point. They probably all just live in space. So they're trying to find a new planet Earth.
They've been trying for a very long time. That's what the scouts were for. That's what November's coworkers were for. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. Trying to collect my thoughts is hard, especially in streamer mode. Thank you. So the station operators are very new. I will say Alpha, Juliet, Delta, all of them are the first employees to ever be station operators. That's why all of the tools are kind of cheap. That's why there aren't too many safety protocols in play yet. They're all still learning how to do this. So they are the test subjects pretty much, which is why things went wrong so quickly. It's also why November was it's why November was asked to join them as well, because he's a former scout. They knew that he would have the experience to deal with the core of the planet, but they needed to make sure the core was stable, which is why he was sent down there. Yeah, other than that, everything else that you've seen is pretty much the headcanon. They were there for a couple months, things went to pot, and then they went back. They probably will be inhabiting this planet. I think it's probably the safest one they've been to so far, so I think they would probably do a little bit more research, which could potentially be part of a season 2. We'll see. But yeah, I think things are looking up for their headcanon. Anyway.
Okay. Does that answer the question? I'm sorry.
Yes, you got it. You're
okay,
good.
Great. Cool.
Nita wants to know, what is the timeline and process of making an episode?
I knew this was going to be yes. Okay, great. Here's where rambling gets to its peak. I'm going to take a sip of coffee first, though.
Ramble. We love ramble time.
I'm so good at rambling. For I-67, there will not be a CurseForge edition of the mod pack. There actually will not be a mod pack created by me, at least. I've tried to make mod packs in the past, and I am not good at it. So if anybody wants to like go through the description, take all those links to create the mod pack themselves, you can absolutely do that. I will not be making one myself. I currently don't have a place to post it to make it public to everybody. So if you all want to do that yourselves, that's totally fine. I will say I got all of them from the Modrith launcher. So I'm not sure how many of them would be available on CurseForge. But you are all totally welcome to do that yourselves if you'd like. I just will not be able to do it myself. So I'm sorry, but they're all linked in the description if you want to look. Boo, boo, boo. Okay, so breakdown. I'm having a breakdown. That's pretty much how an episode's made. Woo. Okay. Also, I don't know why the... Oh, I know why the game sounds are delayed. It's because I'm using Bluetooth earbuds. Of course. So, the walkthrough of how I typically create an episode is... Actually, I made a list, didn't I? I probably did. Anyway, I get everything prepped. So, usually I have to go mark out where the next station is going to be. Let's pretend we're doing episode 2. Let's do that. So, start off by scouting out where the next station is going to be. In this case, it was Sierra Station. I fly around in creative mode. Sometimes adjust the flight speed in Axiom here. Yep, right over there. Oh, my game's crashing. Please don't do that. Okay, never mind. We're not opening Axiom today. I go scout out this place where I want the next station to be. Make sure the biome is big enough to explore and get acquainted with whatever atmosphere the station operator would have been used to. And then I create a quick schematic of what the station's going to look like, and then delete it so that I have it in Lightmatica. Actually, I don't delete it. I destroy it. So I don't have any more schematics of what these look like roughed up. Just what you saw in the episodes was what I typically did. So I build them fully and then ruin them and then leave that placed. And then I do keep the waypoint, but I disable it in here. So disabled it. That way I can go find it once I've gotten the coordinates. So find it. So in this case, Station Mike gave Alpha the coordinates for Station Sierra. She takes it, put it into the compass, and then once that's been done, I reactivate it.
or re-enable it right here. Oh, I did have a home portal. Whoops. Oh well. And then I can see it on the screen. From there, I start recording. Actually, do I? Yeah. I also have to go find the place for the tower as well. Sorry, I forgot about that. Which, in this case, it was right here. Oh.
It was up.
And then...
They're always up.
They are. They are always up. That frog almost died, but we're fine.
Woo.
So, paste in the tower, destroy that, ruin it, however it needs to be done. And then I go back. Where am I? Go back to the starting point. And close the door, because apparently that's very important to you guys. Record any little... Yeah, no, not sassy at all. I'm not salty about that at all. Record any little bits that I need to, which in this case would be anything you saw in the episode. Do some traveling, and I did do all of... I will say this, because this is very important to me. I did all of the traveling on foot. I recorded the entire journey from here to Station Sierra. I didn't fly there at all. All of the traveling you saw was done. All of the walking between all of these stations, I did all of that on foot. I did not do it in creative mode. Any creative mode or spectator mode was only for prep work. So once I get here, I find the station. Record all of that. And then figure out if I was going to either rebuild the station first or the tower first. Usually... It depended on my mood, honestly, whether or not I wanted to do one or the other first. Sometimes it was very important to the storyline that I do one first over the other, but more often than not, it was just how I felt that day. So, in this case, I would rebuild the station first, get everything set up, get through all of the, oh, whoops, yep, we need to go fix the tower now because communications are down still. And then go back and find the tower. And then fix the tower. And then we fix the tower. And then we go back. And then we go back to the computer. And we say, oh my gosh, Sierra left us a message. Let's listen to it. Flashback time. And then I sit here and I start recording in flashback. This might make my computer crash, so I should turn this off very quickly. And no, we do not want to keep that replay. Oh my gosh, Sierra's alive. Sierra, can you hear me? No, she can't. She's dead. So is everyone else. Anyway.
Cynic.
Yes, exactly. That's what I would do in Alpha's situation. Nope, all my friends are dead. I guess I'm going home.
And then rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat, yep. And then... Oh my gosh, wait, where's the book? Where's the book? Where's the book, friend? There it is. Sierra's notes. There's my coordinates for next time. Alright, I'm gonna put it into my little compass thing. Oh, I'm in creative mode. Ha 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 ha. Anyway. Sorry. I don't know what the voice is for. I've done this too many times, obviously.
We've got a couple more questions that we can get through.
Okay, hang on. I'm almost done. Almost done.
Okay.
And then... Once I found the coordinates, I start the whole process over again. So the prep work for each episode happened after I was done recording each episode. So once I was done recording episode 2, I went and found Foxtrot Station, went and marked it out, and built and ruined his station before I was done recording episode 2, just in case because sometimes the traveling from episode 2 would carry over into episode 3, and I wanted to make sure that if I accidentally stumbled upon Foxtrot Station and had to cut that off as the cliffhanger for the next episode, that it was ready. But that never ended up happening, so it was okay. It was just a good routine to get into, to have the next station prepped for when I was ready to record the next episode. But yeah, that was a typical episode being recorded.
obviously I tried to make sure there was like some little new thing in every single episode. Sierra's is just a very good benchmark because that was probably like the most baseline episode there could have been. Anyway, okay, I think that's the end. Thank you. Sorry.
All right, so I'm going to say a lot of you guys have been asking very, very similar questions, and some of which we have already answered. So if you guys were curious about that, you are more than welcome to rewatch the VOD and find those answers back in the past, because you guys have the power of time travel. And I will say I'm very sorry we won't be able to get to everybody's questions, but I will try to get to as many of them as possible. So Fyron asked, are you working on any other projects?
Thank you, E. I love you and I appreciate you, by the way.
You're welcome. I love you too.
And for those of you who are just tuning into the stream, the voice you're hearing is Empress Little Bit, who is the illustrator for the series. So all of the pictures that you saw are from her.
Hello.
And you should
I'm
check
also
out her
a creative
channel, too.
consultant.
And creative consultant, and she has her own YouTube channel, and she's linked in the description, so you should go check her out.
And Twitch. And Twitch. She's also on Twitch. Very much on Twitch. We
Yeah.
love Twitch.
We
Anyway,
love Twitch.
Yes, I do have a couple other projects in the works. The most recent one will probably be something a lot more chill for me. And by chill, I do not mean cup of tea. I'm sorry. I mean probably another series that I have really been missing. It will not be modded. It will be pretty much vanilla. And it's a continuation of another series that I've done. That's not a storyline. It will be mostly vanilla because I have missed like 3 or 4 updates to vanilla Minecraft. I haven't seen any happy guests. I want to see all the copper updates. I want to see fireflies. I want to see all the updates. So I'm gonna be doing a pretty basic series next up. Both because I need a break and something nice, and because I am also going to be working on a much, much bigger series at the same time. I'm not even going to hint at what it is, though, because I have no clue when it will be ready, or how much prep work is really going to go into it. I have so many ideas, but 0 plans yet. So there is another big series in the works, way bigger than Signals, way bigger than anything I've done. So there's something to look forward to, but it probably won't happen until like maybe next year. So I will get back to you on that. But the next series up is going to be something a little bit simpler. Very much Isabox. Not so much Alpha.
We love both.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Villager361 asked, will you release the schematic for the stations?
Probably not, because I have no clue where I would put them. Where you could download them safely? I'm not quite sure how that works. I've had a couple people ask if I could make a tutorial, so if I think about it, I might make a tutorial on how to build them. Just because there have been quite a few requests for that. As for the schematics, I'm not quite sure where I would post those safely. So if you can think of something, I'd love to hear about it. I think the Craftworks Discord, if you tag me there, would be the best place for me to find out how to do so. Other than that, I'm not sure. Sorry.
That's going to be up in the air for a while.
Yeah. I'm noob.
Apollo...
I'm very much Minecraft noob, so sorry.
But we love the noobs.
We love the noobs.
We especially love our Izzy noob.
Thank you.
Apollo asks, what do you think about bagels and cream cheese?
Depends on the bagel, depends on the cream cheese. I don't know. I will say Asiago cheesy bagels are my favorite. Cream cheese is kind of hit or miss. It depends on how I feel that day. I love these kinds of questions.
All right. HB asked, how did the villagers and their buildings survive the storm?
That is an excellent question. I never thought about that. You might stump me with this one. Okay, I'm coming up with something. Okay. I think it's because they are used to those kinds of storms. They know how to prep and prepare for them. So maybe they have like storm shelters Obviously, none of these stations have basements, but they probably have like tornado shelters, storm shelters, that kind of thing, and are able to rebuild their towns very, very quickly because they are used to these storms. The station operators obviously would not have had that experience. So, that is why.
Nice.
Final answer.
Sticky Piston asks, do you have a dog IRL?
Sticky Piston, I love that name. I did. My family had 2 English cream golden retrievers, and their names were Sage and Lucy. And unfortunately, they both passed away this year. Actually, one of them passed away while I was recording episode 1. Huh, good to know. Fun fact. Or maybe not so fun fact. I don't know. It depends on who you are, I guess.
Either way, I'm
sorry.
right now.
I'm obviously not that attached to my pets.
It's fine. Steve asked, do you do Twitch?
I do not do Twitch. I could do Twitch, but probably not until after I've graduated because I don't have time to set it up. I'd love to, though. It looks so fun. Love your glasses. Thank you so much, Dando. Appreciate it. When we run out of question, there are a few in community posts that I can pull up.
Cool. How long does it usually take to typically edit an episode? Asks Nina.
Oh, that is a great question. I think the fastest I've edited a Signals episode was probably like 8 hours, I want to say. 8 to 10. But that's with all of the assets already created. Let's see. Usually it took about 1 full day and 2 evenings. Because that's kind of how I have to break up my schedule, because I only have 1 full day off in the week. And I use it for either recording or editing. And even then, I never get everything done in a day. So if I really buckled down and did it, I think it would be about 8 to 10 hours.
Nice.
Okay. Do you need help finding things?
Nope, we're good so far.
Okay, thank you. You're keeping up really well.
Thanks. I am skipping a couple, mostly because they're just repeating, but that's okay.
Yeah.
How is it to mess around with flashback, and how did you come up with the camera shots?
Ooh, good question. So
here comes the nerd.
Oh yeah. I'm a movie nerd. I'm sorry, I'm clapping into the mic again. I'm a movie nerd. I am a
cute.
YouTube video nerd. I love cinematography so much. Lighting, composition, all of that is so much fun to me. I actually do have a teeny tiny bit of experience with actually like being the photographer, like with an actual camera and like color grading and post and stuff. Editing has always been my favorite part though. So figuring out how to do all of that in Minecraft was the reason I started making videos. As soon as I figured out you could do all of that with replay mod at the time, I got so excited and immediately wanted to start making story videos because of that. So I went through, recorded all of that with shaders on, figured out how to use like the rule of thirds so I could composition my shots a little bit better and make it all look really fun and interesting. And then Flashback came out, and oh my gosh, I was so stoked. The thing that got me was the actual like rule of thirds guide that you can activate in Flashback. That's what made me download it. I gotta say, because I was pretty attached to replay mod, but Flashback is actually so much better and so much easier to use. So I absolutely love it. I love that you can adjust the times of day. I don't have to. Here's the thing with replay mod, I used to wait for the entire day cycle just so I could have multiple lighting options for like thumbnail shots and cinematic shots. So I would wait an entire day to make sure I had as many daylight options as possible so I could get the correct lighting. So with Flashback's ability to be able to change the time of day, that was an actual game changer. It was so nice. And because the lighting has to be different for every single station too in order for it to look good,
because they're all facing different directions, and because sometimes there's like shadows from trees and stuff hitting it in a certain way. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it looks awful. So it was so nice to be able to change the time of day for that kind of thing. Also, the entity picker, there's an option where you can turn off very specific entities. I feel so bad about this, but there were a couple cinematic shots where Friend was just running around and I had to deactivate dogs in flashback because so that Friend wasn't in every single shot. And it was kind of funny, but it was so nice. Oh my gosh, I love flashback so much. I love being able to frame shots. And the being able to change your FOV without having to change it in the game itself is so nice. Oh my goodness. Because I typically set my FOV to about 50, which sounds really small, but that makes sure that you get like really tight and cinematic shots. So, yeah, recording with flashback was a lot of fun. There's the answer to your question.
All right. The Hidden Stone asks, was Friend part of the script or did he turn up organically?
He turned up organically. That is a great question. I kind of figured as soon as I got to Foxtrot Station that I was going to get a pet, mostly based off of the comments on episode 2, because a couple people said, it's like, oh, you should get a dog, you should get a pet to go along with you. And I was like, oh, okay, that would be kind of cool. So I put some bones in Foxtrot Station thinking like, oh, I could give a dog a treat at some point and then decide if if Alpha could maybe get a pet along the way. And then decided to go and do that. And the first bone I give to the first dog I found ended up taming it. And that was Friend. So it was kind of an accident, but also kind of on purpose. I didn't expect it to be as easy as it was. And to be honest, I did not think Friend would live through the whole series. But yeah, he was kind of a happy accident. And I'm so happy about it too, because obviously you guys loved it. So I'm really happy about Friend.
All right, Joshua Cole asks, did you enjoy creating the series and will your experience with the series help you create your future projects?
Absolutely, on both accounts, yes. I really liked
Nice.
Yeah, I like doing it. Really, the only thing that was kind of hard was, again, I didn't get to experience a lot of the new Minecraft updates as they were coming out, especially since they're coming out more frequently now, because I'm kind of stuck with the mods that I have and need to use for this. And I'm sure it would be a lot easier if I didn't have so much going on in my real life right now. But I absolutely loved doing it. I loved helping all the voice actors figure out how to deliver their lines. I loved writing it all out and planning it. Planning is honestly one of my favorite parts about making any series. The execution, like the actual sitting down and recording stuff, that's the part that's a little bit harder for me. But I really did enjoy it. And I have a big appreciation for how it's going to work for the next couple of series. So I'm excited.
Dandu asks, do you think Signals should have gotten more famous or are you happy with how it is?
I am really surprised with how it went, honestly. I have done one other story series and it's called Rhymes. So if you want to go check it out, you can. It's got more voice acting, more storyline, that kind of thing. And it did not get the traction that I wanted. So when I was telling people, like the gentleman who composed the Signals theme, all the voice actors, I warned them ahead of time. It's like, okay, so this is a story series. It's not going to get the same traction as Cup of Tea. I'm so sorry if that's what you were thinking. But it's not going to happen. So sorry if this doesn't get the traction that you were hoping it would, but I would still appreciate your help. And all of them were on board no matter what. So that was so nice. Yeah. But oh my gosh, Signals episode 1, you guys. That was crazy. I was not expecting it to get that much attention that quickly. I'm still boggled by that. It's so cool though. I'm so happy you all enjoyed it because I really enjoyed making it. And the fact that one of my stories is getting this much attention is just so cool. So I really appreciate it. I'm so happy with the way it turned out.
Moon Kitsune asked, this was probably asked before, but why not do a closing scene with all the actors as players?
That is a good question. I actually had a couple people say that they were disappointed that that didn't happen. So, I really hope, I feel like disappointed is kind of a strong word, so I hope that not all of you were very disappointed by that.
I wasn't.
Thank you, appreciate it. The main
welcome.
reason was very, very intentional. The entire point of solo survival stories is that it has to be done in single player. So I wasn't going to invite other people onto the world. I wasn't going to like reskin a bunch of villagers. I considered maybe doing like an animatic where you got to see everybody, but that just was, animatics are a lot of work and I didn't want to have to do that myself or pay someone else to do it. So I didn't really consider that to be an option. But the main reason was because this is supposed to be a single player story. The whole point is to show people how they can put stories into their own single player worlds, even if you don't have friends to play with, if you don't have an SMP, if you don't have the modifications or the internet bandwidth necessary for that kind of thing, you can still create stories in your own worlds with your own limitations, that kind of thing. It's not meant to be a multiplayer scenario. So it just didn't make sense for there to be a reuniting scene at the end, really. So, and I also really like the ending to the game Celeste, where the last scene is just a picture of all of them. So I kind of wanted to incorporate that into the end as well. That was kind of a last minute decision. I wasn't exactly sure how I was going to end it. To be honest, you're lucky it wasn't just a black screen, because the original intention was for there to just be a black screen and then Norm as Mike was going to come up and say, "Welcome home, Alpha," and that was going to be it. So there's a picture. That was more than I had planned. Anyway, I hope that answers the question. I'm sorry. I know it was probably anticlimactic for some of you, but
you got it.
It's what had to happen. Maybe in season 2. Yeah.
All right, I'm switching over to the community post questions now.
Somebody asked if I'm excited about copper golems. I'm so excited about copper golems. I'm going to get like 6 of them and name them after all of my android crushes.
Why do I know what the names are?
I am so excited for copper golems. You have no idea. Don't test me.
I actually missed that one. Well done.
Thank you.
All right. So, Fox Political asked, do the screaming goats have any lore significance?
No. I forgot that they were there. Okay, fun fact, there are twice as many screaming goats in that scene than there should have been, because they were there when I built the very first tower for signals. I can actually pull it up for you here. Hold on. Here's the tower. There it is. Okay, as you can see, all of the goats are in the schematic because when I copied it, they were all just wandering around there and I couldn't make them go away. So obviously I can go in and turn the entities off. So that's what I did when I was pasting it into certain places. I forgot that you could do that when I pasted this into the world itself, though. So there are twice as many screaming goats on that mountain than there should be. So, no, the goats have no canon explanation. However, in post, they were twice as much of a pain as they should have been. So, fun fact, no, the goats were not planned, but I'm so happy that they came out the way they did.
Mr. Vitamin asked, which character took you the longest to come up with? And did you have trouble finding the perfect people to voice them, or did you have people in mind? And we already answered that one.
Yeah, kind of.
But yeah, which character took you the longest?
That's a good question. I did have time to think about this one since I did see it ahead of time. So, I think, excuse me, I will say Oscar's character developed last. So I didn't really have a special relationship in mind for his character yet. So for every single character, there was like something that made them special other than just their aesthetic. So for Sierra, it was her relationship with her mom. For Jittery and Foxtrot, it was their relationship with each other. Delta was his family, so on and so forth. Oscar didn't really have somebody yet. Excuse me. Until I don't exactly know where I got this idea from. I think it was from the fact that I had a couple friends at the time who were like either in relationships or going through a breakup. And I was like, what if somebody was going through a breakup while they were at one of these stations? And that's kind of what shaped Oscar's little sad boy character, was the fact that he was going through a breakup. So I have been in a long distance relationship. They suck. So for any and all of you who have done that, congrats. That's the hardest thing one of the hardest things you can do. So I really wanted to figure out how to portray that in Oscar's station. And that was one of the last little special quirks to the characters that I created. I will say, I think November's character took the longest because obviously he had a lot of stuff going on. I had to figure out why he couldn't get out of the Nether, why he had to die the way that he did and wasn't able to be saved, so on and so forth. I had to make sure that his storyline made sense. So his probably took the longest to make sure that it was going to work out the way I wanted it to, without too many follow-up questions. November, final answer.
Nice.
Thank you.
All right. Vorloom asked, how long did it take to come up with film and upload the whole thing? So you've already kind of spoken through your episodical process, but how long did it take to come up with the idea, write the script, and then we saw everything that was recorded after?
Yeah. So I will say I started recording, like actually recording episode 1 in, was it March? March or
Was
April?
it March? I think it was March.
April.
We're going to say
No, it was
March.
April. No, it was April.
Okay. I'm wrong.
Yeah, because I had originally planned for it to be around May, but then got to accelerate the process a little bit, so April. However, I have had the idea since I started recording rhymes. So that was over a year ago. That was May of last year. Yeah. So it's been about a year in the making. Long story short.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Are you finding stuff?
I am finding stuff.
Somebody said thank you to you for the cool art.
Yes, I saw. Thank you. Thank you, Hidden Stone. Ant's Workshop asked, what is your favorite weather?
Ooh, rain. I love rain. I love thunderstorms, except for the fact that they summon mobs. Oh, unless we're talking about IRL, in which case thunderstorms. Sorry. I don't know why I muted.
Because those don't summon mobs IRL.
No, they don't. I like thunderstorms. They're really cool.
Ooh, this one's a good one. Lemonite Tonight asked, I'd like to know if there were any details about the characters and cast that you'd like to show us that couldn't fit into the story.
Ooh, I'm sure there are. Let's see. Oscar's film photography was kind of his given hobby. The paintings
red
in
lamp?
his... Yes, the red lamp is because... Oh, I didn't realize that acted like a trapdoor. That's funny. Film takes... Like, actual photography film has to be processed in a very dark room. Otherwise, it gets overexposed and just basically turns bright white. So, the reason why he has a curtain here and a red lamp is because he is developing the film in this desk here, and I couldn't figure out how to close the windows. So, that's why that's there. Let's see. I don't think he has anything else very interesting. Huh?
real quick, while you're switching stations, Dando asked what country you're from because they really like your accent.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I'm from America. I've been told I don't have too much of any particular area of America accent, so
Ours
I'm
is
not
pretty diverse.
It's pretty basic, yeah. Pretty basic American accent. But I appreciate
cool,
it.
though.
That's super sweet. Thank you. I was wanting to put like some kind of video game console in Oscar's station because he was going to be like the quintessential Gen Z kind of station operator, but I wasn't able to find a block that looked like some kind of video game console, so that was sad. Let's see. Alpha Station. I was gonna try to figure out how to put a musical instrument in every single person's station. Also, I'm sorry this one's so dark. But it's fine. It's for lore. Anyway. So, Alpha gets a piano. I don't know why that one had a sustain pedal on it, but okay, that's new. She was gonna be a reader, a writer, an artist, that kind of thing. So that was pretty much all I had planned to put in her station. Her piano is there. Let's see. Did Oscar. That's the Mushroom Island. Juliet. I am still under the station. I need to move this waypoint. Her hobby was potting and repotting plants. Also, she was going to be very crafty. So I really wanted there to be a lot more crafty stuff in here, which is why there's some curtains and some wall hangings around, but I wasn't able to do too much other than just some paintings, lots of greenery, the rug that she probably made herself. I'm not entirely certain what the headcanon is for why every single bed is different, other than maybe they made it themselves. But I don't know. Who knows? I'm not going to go into that much detail. It looks pretty, so I'm going to keep it.
It's customizable.
It is. It's very customizable. Also, someone was very ticked off by the fact that Alpha had candles on her desk to the point where they said they stopped watching, and I think it's really funny.
Why?
I don't know. They said it's like, there's candles, like, flaming into the monitor, and it's just so unrealistic that I actually turned the video off. It's like, thank you for leaving that comment. I am so happy that you felt the need to share that with the world.
Your passion is such an inspiration.
It was. I actually did walk into... It was... Yeah. I was actually kind of peeved about it for a little while, but then I was like, that's just so ridiculous. I have to laugh. It's so funny. Anyway, here is her little trowel that she uses to repot her plants. All right, and then going over to Delta. Delta is obviously very much a dad character, so he kind of likes to keep busy. So he got a bunch of wood from probably the villagers over there.
Can I say something about Delta?
Yes, go for it.
My absolute favorite detail in this was the sink is pulled out. That's
Yes.
such a dad move.
There's also no faucet, so I love the fact that he was probably working on the sink at some point. That was always going to be part of the... That was actually... I have little descriptions in the script of all of their stations, just in case the voice actors wanted to get better acquainted with their characters. I had a description of what the station was going to look like. And the sink being pulled out of the wall was always a detail in Delta's station. These, I never got to talk about these. These are extension cords that are hanging off the wall.
I love that.
Okay.
So good.
Thank you. And then we got all the different colored chests from Lion's mod. The B-Box crate. I love that. The AC swamp coolers in the window. All the chopped up wood. And these are supposed to be battery packs, like DeWalt battery packs. They are not actually candles. And also, this is kind of funny. Every now and again, I would forget to put the shower head back in the shower of each of their stations. So there's some of them that just don't have shower heads. Just because I forgot.
It's a closet.
It is a closet. It's a
Yeah,
water
outdoor
closet.
showers.
Yep. Also, I don't know how many people noticed this, but the initial for each station is on the back of each one.
I did notice that. I was proud of myself for noticing.
Okay, good. Thank you. Also, there is no such thing as green signs because we don't have green wood, and I'm still mad about it. So I had to figure out a way to make Delta Station look very janky by using like every other color of wood as his little texturing pieces. But that ended up making it really interesting. I think so too.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
fits his personality.
Yeah, I love Delta Station so much. Okay, Foxtrot.
While we're traveling, how did you organize thinking of all the world building?
How'd I organize it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was it planned out considering how all the elements of Minecraft could have a sci-fi explanation, or was it more loose?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, it was all based off of sci-fi explanation. So, like, all of the creatures were aliens, which is why Friend can teleport. Certain creatures were probably undead because of, like, toxic or nuclear waste somewhere in the planet. Maybe it has something to do with Skulk. I'm not sure. But I was trying to avoid the fantasy aspect as much as possible. So, like, certain things were, like, potions were serums. All the armor was, like, sci-fi based armor with upgrades, that kind of thing. So, yes, it was more based off of a sci-fi aspect. I tried to keep that in mind as I'm recording, but for the most part, it's all just, like, loosely plotted out in my head. Anyway.
All right, and then Ant asked, do you play the piano IRL?
No. I am always playing the piano IRL. I wish I could play an instrument. I love listening to music. But that felt like something that could make Alpha look smarter. Honestly, that's the only reason. And it took up space.
It's a good detail, though.
Anyway, here are Foxtrot's herbs that he grows for his butchering and meat curing. And this is a piece of meat. And those are scissors for that. I never got to address this. This is supposed to be a moose head, even though there are no moose on this planet, and that doesn't look like a moose. But
he brought
I
it from the
tried.
ship.
Yeah, it was very important. He had them teleport it back to him. I don't know why, but I felt that was very important for him to have that, even though nobody knew what it was. Mounted the crossbow on the ceiling. I actually got to figure out how to work with armor stands a little bit more. That was fun. I got to figure out how to make, like, each person's little shelving units look different from each other. Pretty much every station has this painting. I don't know why, but they do now.
Maybe it's the company
has a
poster.
shower. Maybe it's the company poster, yeah. Was he an artist? I think he was an artist. Yeah, because he drew Juliet, so I think this was supposed to be one of his paintings that he made.
Oh. Maybe he's the graphic designer for the company.
Maybe, yeah. I am aware that strip cherry logs look like ham, but I didn't want to hang up any meat in his station. I've done that already in the Rhyme series, and I didn't want to recreate the butcher shop. So, I also didn't really want like raw meat hanging up in someone's station. Yes?
Real quick, Moon asked, donuts or donut hole?
Donuts.
Good answer.
Next question. No. That's a good question. I prefer donuts. Also, Ambient Steve asked if I was in band class. No, I was not a band nerd. I was a theater nerd. In case that's not clear.
Oh, that is a good question. Do any of the station operators have real names? Emmy.
Are you sure you would like to? No, I don't want to. What do you mean everyone? I don't have friends. Sorry. Something just glitched.
That's the whole point of the series.
It's the whole point. Yes. I don't know what they are, but probably.
Headcanon. You guys come up with it.
Yeah, you guys can come up with their names. Fight in the chat. What should their names be? Anyway, Station Sierra. This is a mosquito net that she pulls over her bed at night. That was always part of the plan, and I don't know if it was explained in the episode, but she has a mosquito net. And I tried to make her floor look as muddy as possible. The texturing of the floor varies from place to place. Some of them have floor texturing, some of them don't. So that's a fun thing you can go look for in all the episodes now, is whether or not I took the time to texture the floor.
Her station is also a little bit more bare than the others. So, like, very close to November station, actually. Because she's also very... What's a good word for it? Like, not militant. That's definitely November. But...
Organized?
Organized? Well, no, like professional. Very professional, but in, like, in a... Not an aggressive setting, but you know.
Yeah, organized.
Anyway. No, it's not organized. There's a better word for it. I'm not remembering now. Not quite minimalist either, Nate, but that's very close. Why were the stations in the worst places possible? Because they are testing how dangerous the planet was. That's why. So they have to be in the middle of each biome in order to properly track them. There was a reason for that. That's a great question, though. Oh, also, I completely forgot this light fixture, apparently.
It doesn't fit her vibe.
Oh, I also missed an entire piece of the computer here because it deleted all the entities.
Nice.
So that's not really an intentional detail, but that's a fun one. I don't think I ever put her chair back, too.
All right,
Listening?
in between stations, if given the chance, who would you center the plot around if not Alpha?
That's a great question. Probably Oscar.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, the entire point
Yes.
of a main character is
Steve.
to make them... Bye, Steve! Thank you! Is to make them as relatable as possible, and I think his character would be the most relatable. He's also in a very similar situation to Alpha. So I think that would probably be my guess. Either that or Juliet or Foxtrot, but probably Juliet, because they have the most relationship tension. And the fact that if one of them disappeared, the other one would definitely go and try to find them. Hi, Six. Good to see you. Hi, Six.
Oh, wait, didn't somebody come up with a name for Oscar's ex-girlfriend?
I came up with a name for Oscar's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, what was it? It was
Scylla.
Was it? Scylla, yes.
Yep.
That would
So-
have been cool to see their interactions, how that went
Ooh,
down, and then
gosh,
Oscar
yeah.
with his redemption arc.
What do you mean redemption arc? Oscar didn't need to be redeemed.
No,
She broke
like
up with
for
him.
himself, redeeming himself for his own like personal
like
growth.
Growing in his confidence after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Drown in your sorrow and fears.
Don't get me started. I will
Choke
sing
on
the
your
whole
blood and your tears.
Play till you run
Run
out of years.
We must do what it takes to survive. I love that song so much.
So
In
good.
case you couldn't
It's
notice,
so
that is
good.
one of my favorite epic songs. What have I done?
Nate's, what have I done?
Great things, Nate. You've done great things. But yeah, Scylla was based off of Epic the musical. I am not enough of a Greek mythology nerd to base it off of the actual myths themselves. No, it's based off the musical. And I love that song so much. That one and The Challenge are my two favorites. Nobody asked, but I'm going to answer anyway. Anyway, here's November Station. I purposefully left his as bare as possible, so he's got one shelf, he's got borderline a cot, one chest, which probably could have gone at the end of his bed, actually, because I know that, at least in military boot camps, they typically keep their lockers, their foot lockers at the end of their beds, which is why they're called foot lockers. But yeah, really the only detail, other than the fact that I'm not entirely certain how they're getting water to his station, is the Wither Rose.
He has a water tank,
but
it's fine.
He does, yeah. I'm sure it's fine. I just don't know how it's not evaporating or boiling at this point. Just very sophisticated technology down here in the Nether. Is November just a man? I'm just a man who's trying,
Who's trying
to go home. Even after all this time away from what I've
hardships
known.
that I've known.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's been a while since I've listened to that one. I know I'm not getting the words right. He was the Wither Rose. Yes, he was. Anna. Sorry about that. How does he shower, though? Wouldn't he just get fried every time? Not if the technology's sophisticated enough to cool it off a little. Or is he a Muppet? Is he a minor? New canon November was a Muppet.
We're getting a lot of good questions now. All right, what was your favorite part of producing the series?
That's hard. I liked watching back the cinematic footage after I'd spliced it all together in post. I love listening to the episodes with music because that's when I realized that it is gonna work. I love helping the voice actors get into character and hearing them quote my script back to me. That's a little surreal to me. November Station seems very minimal on decoration. That is entirely intentional because November spent very little time in his station and never took the time to decorate it. Nor would he, because that's not in his character. But yeah, really the only detail with November Station is the Wither Rose. Okay, cool. Let's move on. Because I don't like being in the Nether.
Six asked, would you be willing to make a mini-series full of one-off episodes for each station?
Oh gosh. Like playing their characters? I think that'd be really cool, but I don't think I could play all of those characters. I don't feel comfortable playing the guys' roles as much as I was asked to do it in theater class in high school.
I think it would be more fun to just let you guys fill in the blanks.
Yeah, honestly, I think that would be a lot more fun as like an SMP thing. But I've thought about doing like one-off stories before, maybe not for Signals necessarily, but like one-shot solo survival series. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah. Emmy asked, would it be okay if we designed our own stations, like a Station Charlie for the Cherry Girl? Please.
Go for it. Yeah, please do. And if you take pictures, make sure to post them in the Craftworks fan Discord and tag me so I can see them. Because if you don't tag me, I won't see them. I'm also not on Twitter, so thank you for all of you who are making fan art on Twitter. I can't see it. Anyway,
love to, but
rant over.
All right, Vampire Lord Dreadfang asked,
Wow.
can you make the world public?
The seed is public. It's in the descriptions. I don't know how to make the world
just do
public
that.
though, and to be honest, there's not much in the world right now other than just like these teeny tiny little things that I've made. So I could, but again, I don't know where I'd put it. So probably not. But if you want to take the world and make it your own, go for it. You have the seed.
Okay, Fellafoot just said Signal Sona, and now I want to make one.
Yes! Oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Everybody
make a Signal Sona.
Your Station Sona.
Station Sona. I love that better. I love that.
Honestly, I don't think I would. I don't think Izabox, like my character Izabox, would be in the Arctic. I'm sure she would be somewhere else.
You would be in the Mesa with the armadillos.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna be the Badlands. I'm gonna be Station Beta. Station Beta.
Heck yeah.
In the Badlands. Sorry. Anyway,
You're
I got
not
really
excited at all.
I got really excited about that.
Wait, what's L again?
Lima?
Lima?
Yeah.
Okay, I would be Station Lima in a lush cave then.
Ooh.
Because axolotls and moss
Yeah.
and glowberries. I'd be
That'd be
one
so
of those cool open lush caves that opens out into the
world,
into the open air. Yeah,
so
like into
cool.
one of those giant mountains. I would totally do that.
That would be so cool.
Okay, and then somebody just asked where to find the Discord. I believe that's in the description.
Yes, the Craftworks
No, it's
fan
not.
Discord. It's not?
It's
Yes,
not
it
in the
is.
description.
Yes, it is. I put it in the description.
Check it out. It's not there.
Oh, it just says /Discord. That's awkward.
Slash
Hang on.
Discord.
What? Oh, that's so funny. Who forgot to do that?
Yes, Dragonfish E is Echo. Valdark asks, what was the mothership crew doing this whole time?
Living it up.
Heck yeah.
Slightly stressed out. Okay, I should have updated the description. And if I didn't,
Okay.
then the description of all of the videos also has the Craftworks Discord in it. Also, I'm sorry, but
So
if
if
I've
you
been
refreshed,
slacking this whole time.
no, you're
What?
good. If you just refresh your page, and then click back
Yeah.
into the live stream, you should be able to have the updated description that has the Discord link in there.
Yeah.
Was the only World Gen data pack used Tectonic, or were there others? Ask Gatuno.
Good question. Just Tectonic. I think I accidentally told a few people that it was Terralith. That is not the case. It's Tectonic. My computer cannot take Terralith. I did use what's my shader pack called? Complementary shaders, which a couple people thought was a mod. It's not. It's just my shaders. Did I use anything else? I don't think I did. Let me check my instance for you. No, I did not. There are ambient sounds, there's areas. That's about it. Yeah, just Tectonic. Okay, cool. Glad we checked that. I had Tree Harvester on this whole time? Oh, that would have been helpful. Sorry. I think I chopped down one tree during the series, though.
Nice.
So it doesn't matter. Emmy asked if Friend's name was planned. It was not. I just kept calling it Friend, and then it stuck. And I thought it was cute, so I just kept it.
I love it. The non-scripted stuff is still some of my favorite stuff.
Yeah,
You're very
same.
good with
like
one-liners.
the Wandering Trader in the desert episode. Not planned at all. It was because the villagers weren't cooperating, so I just spawned in a Wandering Trader as like, I need someone to talk to.
That gave such strong Alan Becker vibes, and I loved it.
Aw, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. Let's see. Spoon, that's actually their name. Is
Spoon.
there
I
an
love
in-lore explanation for the odd creatures of the Minecraft world, like the undead?
Yes. I think the Deep Dark would have something to do with it. I really like I think it was was it Game Theory that came up with the idea that the Deep Dark is the reason that all of the undead are a thing?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, so the Skulk is reanimating all of the dead villagers and humans and players to become these kind of monsters, so like zombies, skeletons, that kind of thing. Makes the spiders gigantic, makes the silverfish a thing. Yeah, so that would be that explanation.
And then V asks, what's your favorite improvised aspect of the series?
Ooh, that's... I'm gonna have such a good answer for this in like 2 days from now. That's annoying. I think... Probably Friend.
Everybody would say Friend. Yeah, everybody would say friend.
I liked the Wandering Trader a lot. That was a really good example of like, I had a plan going into it and it didn't work, so I had to pivot. And it worked out even better because of it. Learning to speak villager was kind of improvised. What else? The Guardians in Oscar's episode were kind of improvised. There's something on my screen. I'm trying to get it off. There we go. Yes, the mushroom biome. That was a fun one. Thank you, Veldarg. That's a good one. Honestly, just the general spawn of the world was like the best seed I have ever had. I thought I was gonna have to like go on this big old trek to find the Nether Fortress, and it was literally like not even 100 blocks from where the portal opened. I planned for that to be like a big deal of like traveling from place to place and seeing all the nether biomes. It was just right there. So that worked out well. And also kind of annoyingly. And there were no wither skeletons. I tried so hard to find one. And then the end portal, the fact that there were just two so close to all the stations was very serendipitous. That was nice. I think that answers
Tyler
it.
and Mburo asked, why didn't you go to the caves?
Why did I not go into the caves? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I kind of had no reason to. Also, I'm a chicken. IRL. I hate caves. I don't like caving in Minecraft. The mobs always eat me. That was mostly for personal preference, but I also had no reason to go in, due to the
Izzy is very
storyline.
nommable.
I'm very nommable?
Yeah.
Who said I'm nommable? Oh, oh. I thought you were responding to someone said in chat, like, that's weird. Who's saying that?
Me, I am saying
Yeah.
that.
Yes, I am very nommable by the mobs. So, yeah, I just don't like caves. That's why I didn't go in. Oh, it's snowing.
Hi, Snow.
Hello, Snow. I should go inside where it's cozy and warm, because I am just in my sweater. I wanted to show you guys all of the different skins, but I was not able to because... Because I wasn't able to get Essential on my mod list before he started streaming. So, my bad. Sorry, guys.
Hot Dog is asking what your graphics are. Laptop.
Here's my F3 screen, if you can figure it out from there. I think
Your
I'm using
FaceCam's
NVIDIA.
covering up part of it.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I think NVIDIA is my graphics driver, if that helps.
V asked, were there any skins that we didn't get to see?
Nope, just those 3. I thought about making a 3rd one just for the Nether, but was not able to justify putting that much time into it. So I just went in a sweater. Okay, cool. I think people got it.
There's a couple different questions about the stations. One of which was, which one would you rather live in the most? I believe you said Juliet. And which one would you rather live in the least?
Probably November.
Yeah.
Honestly, what other ones? I don't do well in heat, so probably Delta. Actually, I'm not that bad. Delta would probably be fine.
Well, the sink is also broken in Delta, so...
It's fine. We'd figure it out. I think, yeah, probably November the least, Juliet the most for the interior, and Oscar the most for the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because I love rain and ocean. It's so nice.
I am weird. I think Oscars would taste good.
Indeed. It definitely would.
But then again, we're both iron deficient, so...
Salt. Must have salt.
Abby asked which station was your favorite to design. I think you also said Juliet.
Juliet was kind of a surprise that I liked designing hers as much as I did. But I think Oscar's was definitely the most unique. Because of the stilts. Because of the stilts that go all the way down to the ocean floor. And you should appreciate that they go all the way down to the ocean floor, because that takes a while. Even with Axiom. Yeah.
Where can I find the seed/world download? Asked Dragonfish.
The seed is in the description of all of the videos. The world download does not exist, because I don't think I'll be making it a world download. Sorry.
But that means that you can make your own stations in the seed.
Indeed.
V asked, what did you find the most surprising in the reception of this series?
The reception in general. I didn't expect it to get as many views as it did. I didn't expect it to reach to a wider audience than Cup of Tea, to be honest.
That was so cool.
Yeah, I figured Cup of Tea, that one makes sense because it's such a niche thing to do like a peaceful modded series. But this one was just like a weird little storyline that people you couldn't even really tell from the thumbnail what it was, and so many people clicked on it and liked it. That was so cool. Oh, here's the thing that surprised me though. I didn't know, I still don't know exactly what Signalis is, but I'm sorry to all of you who clicked on it thinking that that's what it was. I think it's like an anime show, video game, something or other. And I'm fairly certain it's not family friendly. Don't look it up. I looked it up just to make sure it wasn't something I had to delete out of my comment section, but there were so many
so many comments that were like, I thought this was Signalis. I'm like, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry to disappoint you. That was probably another surprising thing, is that so many people, like at least 20 people commented on it and were like, I thought this was something else. Like, I have no clue what that is. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but that's not what it is.
Who are you?
Don't Google it. I don't know what it is, but I'm sorry to all of you who clicked on this video thinking that that's what I was doing. It's not. And I don't think I would like whatever game or show that is. That's not my thing. It's a video game? Okay, thank you, Gatuno.
What is your favorite food? Asks Ant.
Cheesecake. Love cheesecake.
Cheesecake.
Tyler and Maburo again asked, if you added another character, what would their name be and what biome would they be in?
Probably Charlie and probably Caves. There are others. What else did I say? Deep Dark. I want to do a Deep Dark station. Somebody mentioned that. A couple people have mentioned that. And I'll save that for all of your... Sorry, I just like almost bapped the camera. I'll save that for all of your fan fiction and station sonas. But I think it would be really cool to have a Deep Dark station.
Another Delta?
Another Delta. I'd figure out something else to call it.
Can't do Ancient City, that's Alpha as well. It'd probably just be like Charlie Caves. And it would just be in a Deep Dark.
And Ant is asking again, what kind of cheesecake?
Good question. There's like a triple chocolate cheesecake from...
Cheesecake Factory is like a national thing, right? Yeah, from Cheesecake Factory. I can say that without doxing myself.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
What is R? Because Nate said that you could call the ancient city ruins.
Ooh, that's a good question. Let me Google.
I have it. Wait, I have it saved on my phone somewhere. I need to grab that.
Oh, why?
For you, I think.
That's okay. It's in my Google search history now.
R is Romeo. It's Romeo.
Huh. So we have Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo and Juliet, but Romeo and Juliet are not the shit.
Ooh, Emmy, good question. What was your design philosophy for the station?
What fit in the teleportation chamber for them to decorate it with? More often than not, it was like thinking about how I would want to decorate such a small space if I only had like 2 or 3 months to do so. What would be the priorities? So for like Juliet, her priority was to make it look homey and colorful and lived in. November obviously had the opposite philosophy. He was never in his station, so it didn't matter. Sierra was just making everything accessible and keeping her bed off the floor so that it wouldn't get dirty. Oscar he lives very small, very compact, so I kind of like how everything that's important to him is kind of like shoved up into this corner right here, and that's it. He keeps to himself a lot.
Like you.
He is, yeah. So that's why his bed's also up here. Also, I couldn't figure out a better design for his bed. I really wanted to make him a hammock, but I couldn't figure out a design for that, so he lives up there on the shelf. Yeah, so it was kind of just whatever portrayed the character the most. Delta's a mess, because Delta doesn't care. Yeah, and Alpha's very cozy, very content with where she is, so hers is kind of like as cozy as possible. And Foxtrot, his was basically just log cabin vibes. That's about it.
I think there are a couple different questions about this one. V asked, how much time do you think passed canonically between the beginning and the end? And then somebody else asked, how long have they been on this planet? The station people in particular.
Yeah. Station operators have been here for about 3 months, I want to say. And the entire trip between Alpha getting the first call and her getting back to the mother station probably took about 2 weeks, I want to say. Because if it took her like 2 days to get to each station, then probably like 16 days. Yeah, like 2.5 weeks.
Nice.
Headcanon, Oscar is an elf on the shelf.
Heck yeah.
The Comforts mod has hammocks? Okay, cool.
Actually,
think
I
I've-
did design him with somewhat of a lanky elf body in mind, so that fits.
That works. Oscar is an elf, confirmed.
Yeah.
Why did we rarely see the piano? Because it's only an alpha station. That's only in episode 1 and episode 7. And I also don't play the
And it's
piano,
also
so...
not- And it's not really important to the storyline.
Yeah, not really.
Most of these
Station
other questions
Phoenix
are
as a
just
Pale Garden.
repeating.
Ooh! A Pale Garden station would be really cool, Six. Sorry, what were you saying?
Most of these questions in the community posts are pretty much just repeated, as far as I can
Okay.
tell. So we're good to breathe now.
Okay. I'm looking anywhere.
Okay. Don't forget to drink your water, please.
It's just Luma asked if you decide to continue the story, what direction of the plot would you want to take it next? Probably SMP direction. I think it would be fun to have like more people in the world, all trying to figure out how to colonize it. Ambi and Steve asked, was your dog friend a figment of Alpha's imagination made by her mind to help her when she was alone, or was friend a representation of the late November?
I think that's going a little too far.
I'm pretty sure friend was just a dog, but that's a creative way to go about it.
Lots of people have been asking if friend is the same or swapped out. If you go back to the beginning of the VOD, you will see that there are 2 friends.
Yeah, there's friend and then friend stunt double, and it's because I couldn't get actual friend out of the stronghold. So
You could, I might go show it again in just a minute, but I'm looking at
Oh my
questions
gosh, Nick Fire, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Oh, God bless you as well. That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I don't know if are the notification alarms going off, E?
Yes, they are going off. I
Okay.
had the stream muted, so I could not hear them, but I'm pretty sure the sound is...
Okay. I'm getting the sound late, so I think it's okay.
Yeah, you should be okay.
I fully believe that Friend is secretly an alien, but Alpha was just like, I guess this is what dogs look like. Yep. That's how it went too. I actually wasn't sure. The whole Friend becoming an alien thing was something I decided when he teleported into the jail cell in episode 7. I was just like, you know what, we're just gonna go with it. So that was another very much an improv moment that worked out really well. I kind of wish I had leaned into that more throughout the rest of the series, but I did not. But it's fine. I think it's funny now. Would you add more mods or about the same amount with maybe different ones? I think I'd use fewer, to be honest. I wanted it to be more vanilla, but I really liked being able to use like the cabinets and stuff. So that was a cool use of those mods. Obviously, I never used Tree Harvester, so I'd take that one out.
Gaming Turtle, you bought her a coffee, man. Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I love coffee. It's a great way of explaining it.
Yeah.
Chickadan, or whatever his name is, asked for
how the plot for Signals came about. Pretty much that one, the plot actually did take a little bit to figure out, because the whole basic concept was just going to be like, oh, the last person... I should set the weather to clear. Something just got struck by lightning.
But the rain! The rain is so nice.
I know, it's so aesthetic and nice, but it's striking my antenna. So you get to look at the rainbow now.
Ooh, rainbow.
Yes, the plot of Signals kind of came about in pieces, mostly just based off the concept that I wanted the one quiet person in the friend group to be like the last person on the planet and like the one person that they're relying on to save them. So they've never talked to this person, but it's who they're basing their entire livelihood off of now. So that was kind of the basic concept of the plot, was shy character now has to save the world, pretty much. But the entire plot took a little bit more to figure out, just to make sure that it made sense why it had to happen the way it did. But for the most part, the entire plot was just based around that one concept. I don't think I had too much inspiration going into it. I don't know. I didn't rant to you a whole lot about it, E, during the process. Which I kind of feel bad for now, because I don't think I have any notes on it either. Actually, no, that's not true at all. I have a... Where's my notebook? Let me see if I can find it.
There she goes.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to cover up the logo. But I don't know if you can see that. This is my little notebook that I took to work with me while I was figuring out the plot for this series. So let's see. Okay. This is kind of fun. I gotta make sure... Hang on, I gotta read all this and make sure that none of this is gonna dox me.
Isn't it pretty much just all work quotes?
No, not all of it. Okay.
Okay.
I can show you this picture. That's the original character designs. Very first drawings of the characters that I doodled at work while I was bored.
Puddle Shine!
Hi, Puddle! Oh my goodness!
Hi, Puddle!
Good to see you! But yeah, that's all the
Do
characters.
you want to switch to FaceCam so they can see it a little easier?
Oh, true. I do have that option. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Hang on, I turned the page. There we go.
You and multiple others, Puddle. There
we
they
go.
are. Delta had a cowboy hat?
He did. Like I said, Delta was going to be a lot more southern. Anyway, there we go.
Love it.
Yep. So that's all those characters. First couple times. Let's see. I've got podcast questions in here. That's fun. Oh. I've got so many weird little notes in here for stories that I forgot about.
We were robbed of Southern Delta.
Hey, you can go talk to Featherfetcher about it. Just go watch Featherfetcher's channel. That's pretty much Southern Delta right there. I thought I had more notes in here. Maybe it's in my old one. Hold on.
A lot of them was in your phone as well. I remember you writing those on the plane.
Yeah, that was mostly the script, though. Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway. Plot developed. That's how plot developed.
Nice. If you could add one more mod or texture pack, what would you add?
I think I really wanted to try to find an actual computer mod, but none of them were updated to 1.20 or 1.21. I think that's the version I'm on. So I tried to find that. Didn't work. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with the way the textures turned out. Yeah. I can't really think of anything. I'm not really a mod person, so I'm not sure what else would have worked well. Maybe Terralith? Make the biomes even bigger? But that's about it.
Maybe when you get a PC.
Yeah, right. I'll do like big world. I've figured out how to do that in world settings to set all the biomes to be like gigantic, but I did not do that for this one. I kind of wish I did, but that's okay.
Later.
Puddle Shine, I'm not sure if there will be fan fiction. I think that's kind of on them.
That's up to you guys.
Yeah. I'd be totally down if you do write fan fiction. Please tag me somewhere where I'll see it. And it would make a really cool book series, I think. I agree. Thank you.
What's something you would like to add or expand upon in another season, if that were to happen?
Sorry, what?
Where were you? What would happen?
I was reading chat. Sorry.
What would be something you would want to add or expand upon in another season if that were to happen?
Bigger biomes. Maybe even more characters, honestly.
Oh gosh.
I know. That'd be kind of fun, though.
I feel like you had a good amount, though.
For a single
It didn't
player
feel like too
series,
many.
Yes. But for like an SMP, that could be kind of
Okay, SMP, yes, we would need more people, but
yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I'd change too much. How long did it take for me to write the script of Signals? How long did it take? It was like a week, right?
Yeah, it was about a week or a week and a half at the most.
It was like a couple plane rides.
A couple train rides too.
Yeah. How long was the Europe trip? There we go. 2.5 weeks. It took 2.5 weeks.
She wrote an entire script. I wrote a short story. Both while we were there.
I wrote a short.
I
short
did fan fiction too. I forgot. I did.
Yeah, we both
bunch
wrote
of JFixie fan
two things.
fiction.
Yep. This is what happens when both of us are away from our computers for that long.
Amazing
so
things.
About 2 weeks.
Amazing sleep deprived things. Is your computer as powerful as a PS5? It's a laptop.
I don't think so. It can barely handle me opening several windows at once. Signals SMP has a lovely ring to it. Okay, good.
We're going to talk about that in like 2 years from now when I have time.
Did the actual gameplay inspire additions or omissions from the original script ideas? Yes. The computers became very much more simple than I wanted them to. Hold on, that's the splash screen. That's not right. There we go. Sorry, I'm still getting used to my hotkeys.
House.
So those ended up just being armor stands with shields on them. So the computers I really wanted to be a lot more sophisticated, but this is what we came up with. Other than that,
I'm pretty sure there were other things that I had to compromise on based off of the gameplay aspect. I'm not remembering what they are off the top of my head. There were I know that there were quite a few compromises, though.
I know the ending ended up being a lot simpler than I had kind of planned for it to be. But there were really no
ending
actual
always
plans.
winds up like that.
Yeah, especially in single player. So that kind of had to happen that way.
Yeah. Speaking of somebody who's done single player lore before, the ending is never the way that you want it to be.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is
It's never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Stanley Parable Minecraft?
Ooh.
That'd be cool. I would love to do that.
Later.
How did you make the
how
logo?
did you make the
Blockbench.
logo?
Blockbench.
Yeah.
Blockbench, cover me. So I made the words using their text generator, and then the little cell phone tower I made in their little model design thing. And honestly, it didn't turn out quite the way I wanted it to, but as soon as I could show it to somebody and be like, what is this? And they're like, cell tower? I'm like, yes, we're keeping it. Okay, great. It went through a couple iterations, though, before I figured out how to make it look like a cell tower. Bum, bum, bum. What was the OG plan of the ending? There wasn't really a plan. I was kind of just like really hoping it would work out by the end. I think the original, like the baseline backup plan was for it to just like go to a black screen, and then I have an audio clip of Norm, who plays Mike, saying "Welcome home, Alpha." And if worse came to worse, that's what I was going to use. But I ended up getting an idea right as I finished recording episode 7, and I messaged E really quickly and said, "Could you please make a picture of all of the characters together in the Mother Station, and she was able to draw it out for me within 24 hours, so that was great. We love E for that. She is
I'm good at
amazing.
that.
Did I ever pay you for that?
Did you? We'll
Okay,
figure it out
talk.
later.
Yeah, we'll talk. Sorry.
Let's see.
I
Were
don't
there any
think you did.
scrapped story beats? If so, what were they? I don't think there are any scrapped story beats. No, I don't think there were. What was your original ending plan? We tried. It'd be so fun to write an official Signals book. Honestly, if somebody wants to go write a book for this, that'd be so cool. Do you plan
I
on
could see
continuing
this
the
as being
series,
a
for
really
example,
cute-
season? Huh?
I could see this as being a children's chapter book, like one with
Oh gosh,
lots of illustrations and stuff.
that'd be cool. Or like a graphic novel. That'd be kind of cool.
That would probably be better.
Like the Amulet series?
Yes.
Well,
Do you plan
probably
on
not
continuing the
nearly as
series?
detailed, but yes.
No, definitely not.
Not nearly as convoluted either. Do you plan on continuing
See ya,
the
Gamey
series?
Turtle. Bye. Do you plan on continuing the series, for example, a season 2 or continuation that connects to another series? Probably season 2 might be an SMP. Might. And probably in a couple years from now.
I missed if my question was answered, so I apologize, but were there any alternative endings in mind? No, there were not.
See, hidden
Jittery
stone.
apparently thought that Alpha not died, but that she was stuck on the planet forever.
That was sad.
That was sad. That was never the intention. I'm glad you put a picture for the end. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wait. People are putting fan art in the Discord, and I have to catch up.
Oh! Don't do that! I can't see it now!
Oh, that's so cool.
Honestly, this would be kind of a fun, like, Celeste-style 8-bit platformer.
Yeah, I could see that too. The color palette, though. The color palette fits with the
Yeah.
Celeste theme, though.
That would be so cool. Fun fact, with all the pictures that E made for the series, I asked her to make them as minimal color palettes as possible. So each of them have their own specified color. Alpha was orange, Delta's yellow, Sierra's green, so on and so forth. So if you look at their drawings of each character, it's usually like their specified color, brown, and gray. And those are the only colors that E used for those. The only picture that's in full color is the very last one.
And even then, each character is only limited to those colors.
Yep. And yes, Celeste was also
So that's
very
why the
much an
final
inspiration.
That's why the final illustration was so much more colorful than the rest of them, and that's why those illustrations looked like they fit more into the scene, is because they were more of a limited color palette. Easier on the eyes.
Indeed. Oh, Skibby.
How are we doing on energy?
Great. The coffee's wearing off a lot.
Okay.
It's okay, though. What was
You
your
need
favorite
any food or
station?
anything? Are you
Why?
doing good?
Probably Oscar. I'm okay. Thank you, though.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody else have any burning questions, concerns, cries of shock? Anything we haven't answered? Any random questions, honestly? I'd be down to answer some random ones. I don't know why I'm saying it in a southern accent, but whatever. Oh, hang on. There are a couple in the community post that I think we missed because they were in a reply. Did the gameplay dictate the story, or did the story dictate the gameplay? Kind of both. There were plot points that were definitely going to be used in every single episode. So like the outline I gave you when I showed you how I typically record an episode, that was always going to be how an episode went. And then the idea of going to each and every single station was always part of the plot. Making it to the end was always part of the plot. November dying was always part of the plot, so sorry. But the gameplay did dictate, like, the extra stuff that happened in between. What's the best number? 7. I love the number 7. I have synesthesia, so the number 7 is my favorite color. So Jalix Fontaine on the community post asked, how do the others like Friend? I think the other stations would love Friend. And then you mentioned that humans don't have a homeworld anymore, so what happened to Earth? I'm not entirely certain. I think that would be something fun for the fan fiction to answer. So if y'all have thoughts or theories on that. Also, ME42 is a great number. That's a great number. I get that reference. Are you planning on
Goblet
having
was also
sequels and
wondering how your
spin-offs? Yes, SMP season 2 probably. What? Sorry.
Goblet was wondering how your studies are going.
Oh, they're going great. Thank you for asking. That's so sweet.
V said, what did you find to be the most challenging and the most daunting aspects of Sentinels? That's a great question. I think probably episode 1, trying to figure out how the computer conversations were going to go, because I could not for the life of me figure out how I was going to make the... Bless you?
I just kicked my desk.
Oh, ow. I think, yeah, figuring out how the computer parts were going to work, because I really wanted to figure out how to, like, get stuff on the computer screens themselves, but when that didn't work, I came up with the little pop-up text boxes in post and used those instead. So that was probably the most challenging part. There was also going to be an entire custom soundtrack, but that did not happen because neither me nor my composer friend he got married. Neither of us had time to figure that out. So we ended up just going with this 2 different... Oh, you're drinking your protein shake. I was wondering what that sound was.
Sorry.
Thank you. We ended up going with the main theme, which is the one that was used in the final credits, and the more chill theme, which is the one that was used in the opening. And then I used Epidemic Sound for everything else. So it worked out really well. All of you should go check out Daniel Fraser, who is linked down... Not Daniel. What? Who? Composer friend. Linked in the description. Sorry. I don't know.
Go check him out.
Names are escaping me. Yep.
There's so many good questions now. Ant asked, what's your favorite genre?
Ooh. Slice
I'm gonna
of
say
life,
story genre.
probably. Urban fantasy. There we go. That's a good one.
That one,
that's
yes.
like very
Absolutely,
broad.
yes.
That can cover a lot.
It fits though. It's so
does.
good.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the number 51? It's a prime number.
It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of like
The number 5. That sounds bad. That sounds really weird, but I don't know.
Which pets would you give the other characters?
Oh, that's a good question. I think Juliet would have an ocelot. Or a parrot. Delta would have a dog, too. Or an armadillo. Foxtrot would probably have a dog, because he's a hunter. That would make more sense. Oscar... Honestly, I think it would be funny if he just had a pet fish. Sierra would probably have a cat, just because Millie. That makes sense. November, I don't really see him having a pet. But
you have a pet
if
rock.
A pet rock. Oh my gosh, no.
I could kind of see him having like one of the piglin kids following him around, though. Like not the zombified ones, the actual piglins, like one of the baby ones following him around. I think that'd be cute. That'd be like a Mandalorian kind of thing.
That's not a pet, though.
He would
That
hate
sounds
it,
bad.
too.
He would hate it.
But it would be funny. Either that or becoming friends with an Enderman.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Mike?
Fox Political, we actually answered that question earlier in the stream, so you are welcome to go back and check that out. Yeah, I did not know the 51 was not a prime number. That is my bad. I am bad at math, not an anti-prime hater.
What about Mike? What would Mike have? Maybe an LA. That'd be kind of funny.
I'm trying to remember mobs. He'd have an endermite.
No.
In a little glass enclosure.
Oh my word. That'd be kind of funny.
Like a hamster.
Like a hamster.
It'd have a wheel and everything.
It would have a wheel. All right, never mind. Sure, I'm on board now.
Oh, we've got two good questions. Well, this one isn't a question, but I thought this was cute. This series genuinely had me thinking of making my own thing like this. It genuinely inspired me a lot. That's by Corbite.
Aw, thank you. That's so sweet. You should definitely do that.
Please do. And then Adam asked, not on topic, but do you have any life advice?
Ooh, okay. How much time you got?
Let's say 5 minutes.
Honestly, yeah, okay, thank you. I'm a Christian, so I would say if you can look into the gospel story and all of that, then that's a big part of my life and the reason I have so much joy. And I just dropped my phone on the floor.
It's okay, it looks better down there.
Thank you, it does. So, if you have
Thank you for
any
the
amount
sub.
of interest in learning about the Bible and the gospel and why it is that I believe what I do, you should absolutely look into it. But I'm not gonna shove that down your throat. It has to be a choice. So, other than that, I would say, dear God, please give me the words.
Amen.
Amen. Be kind to others. Just because something isn't your responsibility doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing it. It's a good philosophy in life to know that if you don't do it, then nobody else will. That's part of my work ethic. It's part of my creative ethic. It's one of the reasons I try to keep my ideas as unique as possible. It's because if I have an idea, I have to treat it with respect and know that if I don't do it, then nobody else will. So that's where Minecraft stories came to mind. It's where Junk Drawer came from. It's where the Peaceful series came from. It's something I take with me to work and school every day, knowing that if I don't do, like, clean up the sinks as best as I can, then nobody else will. If I don't treat this person as kindly as possible, then it's entirely possible that nobody else will, because they probably don't have a good home life, or maybe they're having a bad day. So treat every opportunity with as much respect as possible, and yeah, the results will speak for themselves. As long as you've got good routines and good habits in place, then things will work out. Don't work towards your goal, work for the moment that you're in. And
stay in the now.
Stay in the now. The results will speak for themselves. Try to be present as much as you can. Also, get a hobby in real life. Like, that will take you away from the computer. This is a new thing that I am trying to figure out as much as possible. I was awful last year and the year before being on my computer for every, like, life moment that happened last year, to the point where my little niece was so used to me being in my room or at work that she hardly ever saw me and did not learn my name for a very long time, and I feel really bad for that. But I've been quite a bit more present this year, thanks to school and my new relationship and other stuff like that. So try to find something that makes real life more approachable and beautiful to you, because it's definitely worth being away from the computer for all of the lovely things in real life. Okay, I think that was 5 minutes. I'm gonna get my phone now.
You're good, actually.
Okay, cool.
May I add to that real quick?
If you'd like, yeah.
Take care of yourself, because nobody else can, and nobody else will.
Yep, and it's
be kind
not
to yourself
just for you.
And
yep, it's for others too.
Yep. So take care of yourself, please.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Yep.
You smart.
You smart. Thank you. I appreciate
Thank you,
that.
Aunt.
Yep. Take care of yourself, because you're taking care of others by taking care of yourself. But also don't be selfish with your time. Okay. I think that's pretty much everything. Do we have any other questions, comments, concerns?
Not that I
question
can
mark?
see.
Okay.
We're doing good.
Nice. Honestly, 3 o'clock is
Nice.
great.
now I have some time to get prepped for my next event. Yes, please hydrate. Hydration check for everybody. My water bottle. I'm an awful example. My water bottle's over here. It's not on my desk. It might
And there she
rain
goes.
today, guys. It might rain. It looks like it's gonna rain today. It looks so
I
nice
don't think it's
outside.
going to, but I hope it does.
I hope it will.
Blaze, if you don't do it, nobody else will. You need to
No,
take
no,
care
no,
of
no.
yourself. If you don't, I will drive over there and make sure I will spray you with the garden hose.
Yeah, where's the spray bottle emoji? I need that in my chat now. Amen to that.
Okay,
Jean,
last
thank
question.
you. Yes.
Last question by Corey by any advice for the process of wanting to make something like my own, like writing, etc.
Ooh, that's a great question. Make sure you enjoy the process, because if you don't enjoy the process, you're not going to enjoy the result. That was something I figured out when I was trying to write novels. I originally tried to be a novel writer before I created this Minecraft channel, and I did not like the process of writing novels, so I didn't end up liking the result. So make sure the process is fun for you. Make sure to outline everything. If you do not have an outline, you're not going to have anything to work towards. So make sure you have an outline. Even if it's just like a bullet points list, that's all you need. And then, yeah, make sure to tell at least one person what you're doing. But only if you're actually
was
going to
her
do it.
person.
If you're not, yeah, E is my person usually, so that you can have somebody to talk to about it, because vocally processing is a great way to get past blocks. So make sure somebody knows. Other than
It's
that,
also helpful if you have somebody who's also equally creative.
yes, it's helpful to have somebody with a shared interest. Not necessary, but helpful.
Yes.
Okay, that's my short answer. I'm sure I'd
Alright.
have more advice later on. What was the hardest part about
So
making
all
the
of these other
series?
questions, again,
Yeah, I think that one's been answered. Hang on, I'm looking. What's your thought process?
we've
for
answered
writing
most of these
lore?
other ones. Okay.
Outlines. Yep, pretty much just outlines. That's my process for writing lore, and making sure to stick with one major plot line, one major genre. Otherwise, it gets really convoluted. If you have like a time travel plot line, and you're bouncing around genres and stuff like that, to be honest, like the in-game Minecraft lore to me is convoluted. It's covering way too much. Because I can't quite tell if it's trying to be fantasy or what it is. I think it's mostly fantasy, but I feel like they keep introducing new lore, and I can't keep up with it all. So, try to make it very clear, and limitations can be helpful. I usually go off of both inspiration and feeling it out, but mostly inspiration. Ba-ba-bum. I want to do all the things and can't do all the things. Well, then learn. Do what you can, and you will learn along the way. You should see. If any of you want to see where I started with creating story series, go look at what was it even called?
No, wait.
The second series ever on my channel.
I don't remember what it was called. Blinkside. That's what it was.
Blinkside. Thank you. Yeah. If you want to see a very janky lore series, go check out Blinkside. That was my first try at story series, and I gave up partway through. So if you want to see where I started, go check that out. Don't expect much, but you got to start somewhere. You will learn as you go. You do not.
Okay, we're going to do 2 more questions, and then we're going to be done.
You don't go by learning, you learn by going. Okay, anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, any advice for someone wanting to start with YouTube?
Start, honestly. Make sure you have some inspiration in mind. If you're emulating another channel, that's great, as long as you're not copying them completely. Make sure you're doing it for fun and not for views. If you have a crappy mic, use it. You don't need to have the best audio quality or editing quality or any quality whatsoever. As long as you just start, you will learn as you go. And if you're, it's okay to style copy. If you're using it as inspiration, you will figure out your own style as you continue. So don't worry about having a style or anything like that. Just be yourself. And honestly, your personality will develop with your content. Mine certainly did. I had zero personality before starting YouTube. Okay.
You
what
had
else?
personality. All right. Final question. Any other questions that are going to come after this? You guys are welcome to rewatch the VOD because we likely have already covered it multiple times throughout this live stream. So thank you all so much for your questions. This is going to be our final one, though, because Izzy needs to get ready for her next thing.
I do.
And let me see. It is by Veldarg. Ever watched other Minecraft story kind of series from other channels?
Yes. My very first Minecraft series I ever watched was Dream SMP. Don't look into it, but they did lore.
Nope.
I watched Life series. I watched Empires was a really inspiring one. But the most inspiring channel I watched was Owen's Juice TV, Rats SMP, Outsiders SMP. His New Life series was really good. So those were my inspirations for creating lore in Minecraft and figuring out that that was be a thing. And a lot of people are saying very similar things, but again, you can't create something from nothing. Only God can do that. Sorry. But the entire point of creating your first series, your first video, your first anything is just to make sure it exists. First drafts don't need to be good. They just need to exist, and then you can build off of them. That's going to be your first episode. You can't worry too much about the details. It just has to be there and out for the world to see. And even if it is out for the world to see and you absolutely hate it, guess what? You're going to get feedback on how to be better from everybody who sees it. So be humble. Be nice to yourself. Don't beat yourself up just because you're not a professional on day one. Nobody is. Nobody will be. Try to get past the first 2 series you ever do. By the 3rd one, you'll have it down. The first 2 months are always the hardest. And make sure your recording schedule is consistent. Otherwise, you won't do it.
Same with editing schedule.
Make it a routine. Yes, same with editing schedule. One of the main reasons people hate editing is because they don't have a good routine. Yep. Okay.
Cool.
I think, yeah, we have pretty much covered most of the things. Unless I completely ignored somebody, and I'm so sorry if that's the case. I am so bad at reading chat, so thank you so much, E. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for
Welcome. Love you.
finding all the questions and stuff. I was not keeping track of at all. Did you want to come say hi?
All good. Sure. Let me grab my mask real quick.
Okay, cool. LD Shadow Lady is my favorite. LD Shadow Lady was one of my first Minecraft YouTubers. I watched her perspective on the last Life series and then her Empires SMP series. So she was one of my first Minecraft YouTubers I ever watched. Thank you so much for this behind the scenes live stream. Thank you all so much for joining me. This was so much fun. Honestly, I'm sorry it was a little bit chaotic. I was kind of planning for it to be a little bit more organized, but I am never organized in my streams. You're getting a very good look into how scatterbrained I am, which is unfortunately very normal for me on stream. Hello. Don't break my chair. Only if you want. We're saying goodbye anyway. Yeah, sorry about the laundry. Hey, there's a hat. Hey, there's a hat. It's E. Oh, I'm so happy you did face reveal.
Me too. It's nice.
Yay. It's E. Hi.
I don't think they've ever seen us next to each other like this.
They haven't, no.
Nope.
Hi.
Yeah, for those of you who didn't know, we're identical twins.
Hello. So that's why, if you guys were wondering why we sounded so similar, it's because
of that.
It's because we're twins.
Genetics. We literally share the same DNA. So if anybody sees me joking about having a clone on the fan Discord, I'm sorry, but it's true.
I forgot my necklace. Oh well, that's fine.
Oh, that's okay.
How are you not tempted to boop the mute button on your microphone with your nose?
I've never done that before. That's fun.
They are the same person.
Sure.
They're the same picture.
Are we the same picture?
We're the same picture.
Okay.
Corporate needs you to find the difference between these 2 photos.
Except one of them has 30,000 subscribers. The other one has
That
1,500.
doesn't matter. Numbers don't matter.
They don't.
They don't. It's the people that matter.
True. Yeah. I'm surprised I have 1,500. Honestly, they're
Quality
still coming.
over
I don't know how.
Quantity. I know.
You
Same
have
with
lipstick
me.
on your teeth, by the way.
Do I? That's embarrassing.
You're fine.
Why didn't
I
no one
didn't see
tell
it.
me?
I didn't see it on the camera. You're
Where-
fine. I can just see it in person.
Where are my homegirls in chat not telling me I have lipstick on my teeth? Well, you're not in chat, are you?
I'm home though. I'm home and I'm a girl.
Okay. Mine's very close to my chin, so I rested on my... I never booped it. That's funny. I bump the gain knob on my microphone all the time.
Oh,
the
I'm-
one down here. She's no longer important. You have to
I'm
look
no
at my
longer a main
microphone, guys.
character.
I bumped the game. I need to tape it, honestly, because I've had to fix so many audio mistakes from that. Make good friends in your spheres and you'll look a lot more happy with the things that you create. Indeed. Wait, did you say identical twins? In that case, did E proxy face reveal? Because, yes, actually, I asked her before I face revealed if she was okay with it. Because I was pretty much revealing her face and she said it was fine. Are you a girl? I am a girl. Sorry to disappoint if you thought otherwise.
She's very much a girl.
I am very much a girl. I'm
Can
just
confirm
I'm just
there is a girl.
I'm a girl. Alpha's also a girl. I don't know
Yeah.
if I don't know if that was unclear, but Alpha's a girl.
Was
it unclear?
It was apparently unclear that Alpha was a girl.
Oh.
Does she have to wear a skirt in order to be normal? I don't know.
I don't know.
She's a girl.
She's a
She's
girl.
a girl.
She's just a girl.
She's just a girl.
She's a girl boss. She is a girl boss.
Heck yeah. We're all girl bosses here.
Oh my word. Okay.
We're cute.
I'm so glad we ended with that question. I'm sorry that that was unclear, apparently.
Meh.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to wrap up, though, because I do need to get to my next event. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all so much for your support. Oh my gosh, I did not think it would get this much support. That is so cool.
You have a part-time job now.
I do have a part-time job now. I'm not sure if I'll qualify it as that quite yet. We're not quite there yet, but it's cool that some people think so.
Yeah.
So thank you all. What are the pillars in Oscar Station made out of? Probably metal.
Tough.
Mostly tough and deep slate, honestly. I don't know if the sorry, if it's uncanon, yes, it's made out of tough and deep slate. Sorry, I forgot that that's probably a real question.
Okay. Are we good? Are we good?
Good.
Bye, Izzy. It was lovely for sleeping through most of it. Oh, good. I'm glad you got some sleep, Puddle. That's great.
Yes. Please catch up on that, Mr. Fisherman.
Okay, everybody who stayed up for this, go to bed, please. I appreciate you all.
I had to check the clock because
Yeah.
I forgot that you
Time
have
zones are a thing.
You got EU people in here.
Uh-huh.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to sleep and get at least 8 hours, if you can, please. What do I eat for lunch?
Food.
Feather probably still has a shark in his freezer.
Yeah.
Points to anyone who gets that reference.
I know.
Thank you all. I appreciate you. Love you.
You guys are awesome.
You guys are awesome.
Love you.
All the hearts.
All the hearts.
Because I'm between generations, I don't know what to do.
There's this
Could
one
do
too.
this one. Yep.
This one. This one.
Do this one. That didn't last long.
This one.
This is mine. This is my go-to. I
Yeah.
love you all. This is I love you in sign language. I'm not
I love
giving
you.
you gang signs. I love you all. Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love you.